Lexus of Memphis. Here are your hosts, Brett Stats Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
Sports Time, Bryant and Brett with you, Landon Schmidt producing. We're Sports Time. We're with you for the next 3 hours. A lot to get into this afternoon, as last night we had a Grizzlies trade. We'll discuss that. A lot of other NBA news that we'll get to today. Keith Smith, a perfect time for him to be joining us with everything that has happened over the last couple of days. Team USA got a victory in the knockout stage last night. They will advance. World Cup games going on right now as Spain at the half currently up in their game. A lot of other things to get to. Football news out there, both college and the NFL. Baseball going on right now. Golf going on. A lot to get into over these next 3 hours. But Brett, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing great, Brian. It sure works a lot better with electricity, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
We couldn't help that yesterday. We were very sorry. And when I left, you said it was resolved shortly after 6 o'clock after I left. You left about 6:20. Whew, Mount Moriah and Ridgeway was running with the Bulls.
Yeah, I believe.
I mean, it was just it was the strong survive out there. No lights, no police officer, no nothing.
Yeah. It gets like that sometimes, and you gotta be careful.
It was kind of snow and ice rules out there last night.
It was. It really was. And
when you go, you better shoot the rapids pretty good.
Well, and it almost feels like when it's snow and ice, it's a little better because everyone's kind of on the defensive and it's kind of taking it slow. That last night, everyone was just ready to get moving, and
even on to Bill Morris Parkway was something. It was. You had to get. I mean, it was like Talladega.
Yeah, it was weird. Obviously, we had.
If you're rubbing, you ain't racing.
Well, that is
or
true.
I don't know.
Rubbing, you ain't racing.
Okay, I tried to car racing.
You nailed it. It was a weird night last night because obviously we had the issues power up here, and then last night it felt like all across the city of Memphis there was electricity issues, power outages, all over the place. So
the grid's really being taxed because it is. Yeah, it's full tilt summertime.
No, it definitely is, and supposedly a couple storms that rolled through last night that didn't help either. So definitely just a weird night. But USA, they got a win last night to make it a fun night over Bosnia. Obviously, controversy there with Flo Balogun getting the red card, being sent off, and now he'll be suspended for the next game against Belgium. So definitely not good news there, but
it's going to be tough to beat the Waffles without him.
Yeah, well, no, I think it would be hard to beat Belgium with or without him. So it's
lost 5-2 in a friendly. Tough. That doesn't sound very friendly, though.
No, not very friendly at all. So we'll see what happens that match next.
Some of the most unfriendly things in sports are international soccer friendlies.
Are when they have friendly attached to them. It gets very unfriendly. So we'll see what happens next Monday.
Round to 16, though, pretty good.
No, I think really, really good. There were some numbers. I don't remember all of them. But
Monday Night Football in Seattle. Right. I think the best outdoor atmosphere right now in American sport, which would just be football and baseball.
Sure, Yeah, it's a really good one.
But outdoors at Seattle, that 12th man.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's hopefully
it'll be Seattle Stadium Monday,
right.
not Lumen Field.
No, it will not be. So
we'll cover up the 12th man, act like it really never existed.
That's right. Hopefully the 12th man will be there in full force on Monday night.
Is that apropos for this football?
Yeah. You got 11 men on, so
you start 11. Okay,
So you get another one out there. And with the fans,
the zany 3-5-2 goalie lineup.
Yes, that's exactly right. Hey, you're getting it. You're all in on the footy. I love to hear it. So, that'll be fun next Monday. Another cozy start time, being 7 o'clock our time instead of those real late nights that we saw.
And left coast, they hadn't had to travel much.
No. It's been really cozy for them.
That's the thrill of victory.
No, it definitely is.
That's the spoils of victory.
Yeah.
Another football story. And I'll just tell you. You know my feelings don't hurt easily.
No, definitely not.
But Landon, I think you're probably surprised by this too. We're Sports Time's invitation to the Swift's wedding.
Oh yeah, well that's I wouldn't want to go even if I got an invite.
You wouldn't?
I'm about tired of weddings. I've been to a handful over the last.
Oh,
month.
You're in the wedding years though.
I'm
I'm sorry,
out.
my friend.
I I'm not in on the weddings anymore.
You're in the years of about 6 a year.
Yeah. Well, luckily I don't have that many friends, so I won't have to go to that many weddings. So that is
and the more you go to, the more you get invited to. As a great family friend, she once told me, if you want to get invited, you got to go.
Yeah. Well, that is true. But good news to y'all. I don't think I'm going to be having weddings, so y'all don't have to worry about that with me.
Ever?
No, ever.
Huh.
So y'all don't have to worry about that with me.
Okay.
Still love y'all, but don't be offended when y'all don't get a wedding invite, because there won't be one. So
I won't be.
I'll be.
What lasts longer in the world of matrimony? The Empire State Building couple or the Swifts?
Oh, absolutely, the Empire State Building couple. No doubt about it. I mean, if you're going to climb up...
No doubt?
Oh, no doubt. If you're going to climb to the tippy top of the Empire State Building in the name of love, oh, man. Oh, that's a strong love right there. Taylor and Travis, I mean, by golly. MSG, please.
Landon, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. You want to climb the biggest building. That's
what I'm saying.
Biggest love.
I'm not climbing the Empire State Building for anybody. What about you, Brett?
Oh, well, wedding expert I'm not. Marital expert I am not. So, but I just don't think you start out a union being arrested.
That is fair. That does throw a little bit of a wrench into it, but man, by golly, if their love is that strong that they're going to climb to the top of the Empire State Building, I think they can get through a couple days in the slammer. That love just seems.
So you think that reinforces
strong.
it?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
I think that love is very, very strong for
of
sure.
Of all the things through the years, and I guess I first started hearing about Madison Square Garden, late '60s with the Knicks when they were my team, or in the boxing matches, concert or two through the '70s and things like that. Never thought of it as the place for matrimony, the place for wedding bells to ring, a place for a couple that could get married anywhere they wanted to, could get an island and reserve it.
Yeah, MSG.
That lovable dump.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I guess, Taylor Swift has spent a lot of time in New York, and I'm sure has played plenty of shows in MSG. That's right. That is true. But yeah, I just, I don't know. I didn't think that would be one that they would both really connect on about. Let's get married at MSG. But
I would say that Travis Kelce is doing the first thing you should do. I know this much about it. Is wherever she says and whatever plans she makes, you say, that sounds great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, and I'm sure.
Oh, wonderful idea.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure. I believe if Travis Kelce was offered get married at MSG and it be the biggest story ever, or get married in secrecy on a remote island somewhere, wherever, I think he would pick MSG. I think he kind of likes to be in the headlines, and he likes people talking about him. He might not admit it, but Travis Kelce likes to be talked about. So I think he kind of likes being at MSG.
Here's the real question: over and under 127 pages, the prenup.
Oh man, yeah.
What would you bet? Over and under 127.
I'd say probably. Look, I'm no prenup expert.
No, I'm not.
I would say
post-nup.
Well, there you go. I would take the over on that if I
would
if
too.
I had to bet.
I bet it's down to what he can text, tweet, pictures. I mean, they would.
Sure.
She would have to.
Definitely.
That brand of hers would have to.
Absolutely. So I hope it goes well this weekend.
And that bank account of hers.
Yeah, that's another big part of it. But I hope
he's not
it goes
destitute.
great. No, he's doing.
I hope both couples, the Empire State Building couple. Think about it. That's not far from each other where they got engaged and where the Swifts are getting married.
It's not. Maybe it was planned. Who knows? But hopefully years and years of happiness to both those beautiful couples.
Great grandkids.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I wish that at every wedding I go to.
That's exactly right. Well, throughout the issues we had last night, there was a trade that we got involving the Memphis Grizzlies. The Mavericks and the Grizzlies agreed on a deal. The Mavericks get Santi Aldama and the draft rights to Tarik Biberovic, who was the number 56 pick in 2023. He's been playing the last couple of years at Fenerbahce. And the Grizzlies receive A.J. Johnson, a 2030 first-round pick, and 2 future second-round picks. Brett, the entire era now behind us with this Grizzlies team. Santi Aldama, no longer Grizzly, now a Dallas Maverick. How about that?
They are all gone. G.G. Jackson, the veteran of the team.
It's wild.
Anyone remains with the team that was part of a last playoff win?
Oh, man.
I wouldn't think so.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. No, because, I mean, Gigi was there that year with all the injuries, and no, they haven't won a playoff game since then, have they?
Well, I can't criticize it because I'm Mr. Blow It Up, wasn't
I? That's true, yeah. You
well, it's been blown up.
It's been completely.
But I wanted it blown up last year, and I wanted it blown up with the lone remnants of it that I think are the chief architects of the disaster that became the Memphis Grizzlies, and that's Wexler Kleiman.
Yeah, well, yeah, that is true. Those are, if you're talking about blowing it all up, there's still a couple pieces that are
pair of Wexler and Kleiman's all that really remain.
Yeah, no, they are, and those feel like very important.
And Pair pays the bills, so he's going to remain.
Anywhere. No, he's not going anywhere at all. So, really interesting. I mean, there had been the rumors and there had been the talks really late into the season, and then certainly early on in the offseason for the Grizzlies that Santi Aldama could be on the move. There was some noise about maybe the Warriors being interested, that the Warriors really like Santi as a player, but obviously with what they're trying to do with LeBron and AD, they don't have any room for a Santi Aldama on their team. So the Mavericks one, really interesting. I didn't expect that to be a team to jump out there and get Santi Aldama, but I don't mind it. I think
I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense for both sides.
To me, he was just another guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he certainly, I don't think you saw a future where Santi Aldama was a key part of the future.
They gave him a shot.
Yeah,
I think they were pretty fair and patient with him.
Yeah.
At times, it would show upside. It would show potential with getting hot and offensive skills, lack of defensive skills, not a bad handle, but not a great handle. Eighth, ninth man on a conference championship type team?
Yeah, sure. I'd say that. Yeah, I mean, I think he plays his role.
Lost?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think he's a good player.
Does he get a video tribute?
Yeah, I think he should.
Santi Aldama gets a video tribute?
Yeah, I mean, very quick, very brief. I don't think it needs to be long drawn out, but yeah, give him one. Why not? I'm pro tribute. I give everybody a tribute.
Okay.
Again, if Vince Williams and John Conchar are getting tribute videos, then by golly, Santi Aldama deserves one. I mean,
because you just dropped a house on me. I got nothing.
That is because because I feel like, most places Santi Aldama probably doesn't deserve a tribute video. But when you've already told me what the floor is, what the base minimum is to get a tribute video, then yes, Santi Aldama has certainly blown past that and deserves a tribute video.
You dropped the house on me that killed the witch in Wizard of Oz.
But good Lord, we're going to have a lot of tribute videos this year. I mean, it is going to be about every game we get a tribute video out there.
But you also know one budget in all of sports that just goes up 200% a year, the
true.
Video budget.
That is very
We
true.
Can't film enough.
No. It is filming anything.
Everything's got to be captured.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does.
You watch this year in college football, and it's everywhere, but pronounced at the bigger budgets. I swear there are people filming the filmers.
Well, gotta have eyes on them.
Everything captured.
That is, yeah. It's
everything captured at practice, and a lot of the stuff at practice captured to see who's engaged and who might be standing over there sulking.
Definitely, no, it definitely is. So yeah, I mean, I think Santi, played his role extremely well. At the end of the day, this is a guy that was taken with the last pick of the first round in 2021, a guy that nobody knew who he was when he got drafted, and I think did some nice things for the Grizzlies. So we'll see. Now,
does he count his climbing wizardry, his draft wizardry that we all hear about? Or is that a dud, or is that a clunker?
No, I wouldn't say it's a dud or a clunker. I mean, Santi Aldama is a fine player in the NBA, and so yeah, I mean, I'd give him credit for it. I think it's but I mean, you know me, I don't want to give the general manager as much credit as they give the scouting department. I mean, they're the ones that are out there doing the work. I mean, the Grizzlies have a phenomenal scouting department, and I think Kleiman and crew.
Their budget's not as big as video, though.
No, it's not. It really isn't. But I feel
nothing is.
No. But I feel like Kleiman and crew sometimes get some of the praise that maybe the scouts that are out there actually watching these guys.
You're hearing it now over Cam Boozer again. The first two players are gone. If they're gone, he's the next player drafted by 28 other teams. There's just no wizardry.
No.
The wizardry was in the losing and in the tanking.
Yeah, no, it
and
definitely
that wasn't any great brew spilled up or manufactured. That was just being bad.
Yeah, it was just holding guys out and playing.
Longer video tribute.
Oh, geez.
Jock Landale or Santi Aldama?
Santi Aldama.
Yeah.
Hey,
he's got to get a second
for a bag of chips. I mean, good Lord. I mean, we barely knew him.
Oh, man.
I tell you what, though.
You're right on the floor.
I mean,
and the Conchar, man.
Look. Love Conchar. I mean,
it's when I first started picking it. #GrizzFans.
It's true.
Just the endless hours of wanting to fight over John Conchar.
There's no reason to do it. No reason to do it. But I do hate that Trick Biberovic was included in this trade. I mean, by golly, nothing I love more than putting on a Fenerbahce game and watching some Trick Biberovic.
Yeah,
so,
me too.
I
can't spell or pronounce any of those things you just said, but it hits me right there.
He's a good player. He's a good player. I don't think he's an NBA player, but he's a good player. So we'll talk more about that trade, more about what the Grizzlies are doing. We'll certainly do a lot of it with Keith Smith, but we've got a busy show, so let me set it up before we get to top and not top story of the day. 3:30, we'll talk the NBA. We'll get a little bit more into this trade, what it means for the Grizzlies, that roster as a whole. We'll also talk other things happening around the NBA. Been a little bit of a quiet day around free agency after yesterday was a massive day with a lot of moves and a couple big-time trades. 3:45, we'll talk some baseball. A couple games going on right now. One already final. Talk some baseball at the end of this first hour. 4 o'clock, Keith Smith from Spotrac and the Front Office Show. He'll join us. We'll talk NBA and so much to get to with Keith as free agency, the trades, obviously what the Grizzlies have been doing over this last week. A ton to talk about with Keith Smith. We'll do that at 4 o'clock. 4:30, we were supposed to do it yesterday, but if you were listening yesterday, you know what ultimately happened, which was nothing. 4:30, we'll get to our 5 local predictions for the second half of the year. We did our national predictions yesterday, but we're not able to get to the local one, so we'll get into that at 4:30 today. 4:45, big number of the day. 5 o'clock, Greg Gaston. He'll join us to talk Tigers. 5:30, we'll get to what's trending. And at 5:45, we'll wrap up today's show like we always do with Moe's Crunch Time. Let me remind you, we're in our Family Leisure Studios where family and fun come together. Summer, it's right around the corner. It's time to get those backyards ready for the ultimate pool party. Above ground pools, they're starting at $39.99. Installed with in-ground pools starting at $49,999. All in-stock patio furniture is priced to move with 5-piece patio furniture sets starting at $999. Outdoor sectionals, they're starting at $12.99 with a free umbrella and base available with select patio furniture sets. While you're out there, don't forget about the hot tubs and the swim spas. Hot tubs starting at $34.99 with swim spas at $16,999. Special financing is available, and if you mention this ad, get $200 off any pool or spa purchase. So head out there to Family Leisure, 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40.
Landon's producing. He's Brian. I'm Brett. We're Sports Time. We're live and local and with you. We hope until 6 o'clock today. And we want you to be a part of our show by texting or calling 901-360-8255. That's the Sissy's Log Cabin text and talk line. All our guests would join us on the Sissy's Log Cabin guest line. We're always live and local from our Family Leisure Studios. And if you ever got a pool, this is the time to do it. To just get out and stay cool in it from the great people at Family Leisure. Happy Independence Day from everyone out there. Billy and the whole crew, thank you so much. And I know you will be busy over these next few days at Family Leisure. This hour brought to you every day by Lexus of Memphis. at 2600 Ridgeway and online at lexusofmemphis.com. Great offers on all 2026 models and always special leasing options. Drive in luxury and confidence knowing that every new Lexus comes with complimentary first and second maintenance services. You can call them at 901-334-9673, but they invite you to stop by the only Lexus dealership in Memphis at 2600 Ridgeway, and that's where you can put yourself in the driver's seat of the all-new 2026 flagship LS500, and you'll be looking and you'll be driving in style. When you purchase a Lexus, you get top-of-the-line engineering and design, and they make for safe luxury driving experiences. Online at lexusofmemphis.com. Experience amazing at Lexus of Memphis.
Top story of the day.
Well, my top story of the day, it's got to be this trade that we saw last night between the Mavericks and the Grizzlies. Santi Aldama and the draft rights to Tarik Biberovic heading to the Mavericks. In return, A.J. Johnson, a 2030 first-round pick, and 2 future second-round picks. I think this makes a lot of sense on both sides. You're seeing this Grizzlies front office turn the page on that last era to the new era. We know that there's a roster crunch. They need to get guys off this roster, and if they see the opportunity to move a guy like Santi Aldama and get more assets back, well, we've seen that's exactly what they're going to do to go out there and be able to get a 2030 first-round, 2 future second-rounds. They would love to stockpile that. In return, you get to take a flyer on a guy like A.J. Johnson. I've been super intrigued by A.J. Johnson since he was drafted. I didn't really know much about him leading up to his draft, which was, I believe, 2024. Yeah, 2024, the number 23 overall pick. I didn't know much about him. That's because he kind of hopped around to a couple of high schools, then went over to Illawarra over in Australia to play his one collegiate year before entering the draft and being selected by Milwaukee. He's bounced around a couple of places, has not been able to really stick with a team. He's been with Milwaukee, been with Washington, been with Dallas, now with the Grizzlies. Weirdly enough, the last month, I've seen a bunch of workout videos of him on social media, so he's been putting in the work this offseason. I don't know if that will turn into anything, but for the Grizzlies, I think I know he's on a very cheap contract. I think it's around $3 million, so for them, I'm sure he'll be on the Summer League roster, go out there, get some run, watch him in the gym, see what he can do. If they think he could do something, maybe keep him around. If not, a lot easier to get rid of him than some of these other guys on the roster, so
no risk.
No risk at all. I think makes a lot of sense. I think was a smart move by the Grizzlies last night.
I do too. After the criticism earlier of the management, I do think that is a good move. My top story, look at us. Just how much World Cup fever do we really have? Because your top story was very local, which we're always live and local. That's always first. Mine's one of the big sports of local. It's the NBA. So what's the World Cup fever level for us, really?
Well, mine's very high.
Mine is
went
too.
local with the first story. So.
We got a job to do, don't we?
We do. And I got to talk about Memphis before I talk about the World Cup. I know our listener base, Brett. I know what they want to hear.
You got to know your customer. My top story is Jaylen Brown to the Sixers. That's the NBA. That's the Grizzlies. Would Joel Embiid stay healthy and give them a real chance to go for a first championship since 1983? The Phillies have won one a lot sooner than last few years than that, and we know the Eagles a couple times. The East will be wide open next year. Nobody between Soho and Santa Monica will be thinking that the Knicks will repeat. Nobody. Now, you get on the other side of Soho to the right of it, they will. But this will be a fun year. And Boston, Philly, Detroit, Atlanta, Cleveland, Miami, Toronto, all those teams could come out of the East next year.
Yeah.
The Knicks are not repeating. I think the Knicks will end up being one of the outlier champions of all time. Not saying 53 more years, but a while. We'll look back and go, oh, yeah, it was the year Knicks. Well, that was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah. Brett, I hope it's not another 53 years. If it is, I don't know how those fans will act 53 more years. Ugh.
I don't either.
It'd be real ugly.
Not top story of the day.
My not top story of the day, it is the World Cup. It is the win for the United States last night. It was a lot of fun. I didn't get to see the red card live. I was
it was robbery.
Well, that's what I've heard. I've
I know
seen
nothing
the clips.
about it.
Yeah, I don't know enough. But the place I was at last night, I was at a house. Power went out right before the red card happened, so I was scrambling to. I think I was
been you
yesterday.
yesterday.
I think it was me. I think I was carrying the lack of
I
electricity.
swear, every time you started talking yesterday is when it would go out.
Well, it was when I started doing my big numbers. So I don't think I'm going to do big number today. I think you can do big number.
I'm kind of scared for about an hour and 20 minutes, aren't you?
I think Landon can maybe fill in for me for big number. I think I was the issue yesterday. I'll take blame for it. I'll take full blame. But the big talk has been the red card last night. Flo Balogun, who scored the first goal of the game, but then later sent off with that red card. He will now be suspended for that game against Belgium next week. And yeah, look, I'm not going to act like I'm a soccer aficionado and know exactly what needs to be a red card.
I barely know what holding is in football.
Yeah, I mean, look, I cannot speak on what's going on a soccer pitch. Yeah. But what I can tell you is when I saw that he had a red card and I was able to find the clip of it, I at first thought that I read the red card wrong. It was the other team that got the red card, because at first the Bosnia player was like all over his back, like they were grabbing each other. I thought that like he got pulled down, and then I saw the step, and I said, well, that didn't seem very intentional. And it seems like everybody on social media having the same response of that did not deserve a red card.
Robbery.
It seems like robbery, but now they'll go on without him.
We was cheated.
This is what I'll say about him being not being able to
call it both ways.
I agree. I knew a little bit about Team USA going into this World Cup. Never once did anybody say Flo Balogun was going to be the best player on the team. Now, he has throughout the World Cup. He's been great. But there are other really talented players on this Team USA team. They can rally around those guys. I think they've got just as good of a chance with or without Flo against Belgium. The problem is, I think Belgium's pretty good, and I think especially after the way they had to come back and win yesterday afternoon, I think they're going to be fired up, and it should be a great game, but I don't know what I think about USA's chances.
My top story as well, 2-0 over Bosnia-Herzegovina. No lack of vowels there. Look at all the vowels in Bosnia and a hyphen in Herzegovina. Yeah. And the anticipation will really start to build to next Monday night, the United States against the Waffles. They stunned Senegal. They were down 2-0 in the 80th minute. First knockout win for the United States since 2002. It sets up Monday Night Football at the best outdoor atmosphere, I think, in all the NFL. Better than any Major League Baseball outdoor setting right there in downtown Seattle. Come on, 12th man, do your thing. Who do we send? You got to send Sam Darnold out there to do the 12th man thing, don't you?
You got to. I think
can we? Will they allow it? Come on, FIFA, lighten up.
I think
FIFA.
You need to. I think you need to. I think we need to get more fired up going into this next game, because we are going to need the 12th man.
I don't think I'd get along with the poobahs of FIFA or the IOC for more than about 2 seconds.
No, I can guarantee you would. That is one thing. I might not be sure on a lot of things.
Those big, unwieldy alphabet soup organizations count me out.
Yeah, that's one thing I can guarantee is you would not get along with those people at all. But that'll do it for top and not top story of the day. Let's get to our first break. And when we return, we're going to talk some NBA. We'll talk all the moves, including more discussion on the move the Grizzlies made last night. We'll do that next on Sports Time.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
You know, sometimes I wish I had a gun.
Well, I'm armed, but before I bought one, I still went to Top Gun Academy to learn to protect myself without a gun.
How is that possible?
Top Gun's personal protection training. It's perfect if you want to protect yourself without firearms.
I don't know.
And it's perfect if you feel the need to carry a gun for self-defense, because the last thing you really want to do is shoot.
That is scary.
Not at Top Gun. It's very comfortable, and you learn to load, handle, and shoot a handgun safely. Protect yourself. Go to Top Gun Academy. They're at 2770 Winton Road.
Old Dominick Distillery is pouring Memphis pride into every cocktail. From the winning atmosphere at its downtown Memphis distillery to award-winning craft spirits, Old Dominick is pure Memphis spirit through and through. Swing by the distillery bar for a pregame cocktail or celebrate your wins with a guided tour and tasting. Old Dominick Distillery. Come for the spirits, stay for the experience. Cheers to Memphis. Learn more at OldDominick.com.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
Marty McNate's on vacation, but passed along some exciting deals at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown's Volkswagen Driver Days event. If you're looking for sporty, we Gossett 2026 Jetta S. Just $249 a month. $249 a month for Jetta S. Luxury just got a new definition in 2026 Tiguan 2.0 TS. Now $269 a month. Brand new Tiguan S $269 a month. Plus 2026 Atlas SE. Only $329 a month. That's only $329 a month for a brand new Atlas SE. Marty McNate will be waiting for you at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, 7420 Winchester Road. Online, GossettVWG.com, and remember, your future's what you make it. If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars. Atlas TC 564,681, MSRP 41,911, Jetta TMO 312,217, MSRP 25,791, Tiguan TMO 43,763, MSRP 32,881. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must be financed through Volkswagen Credit PF 895. Excludes tax title license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer in 6/30/26. Dealer stock only.
Sports 56 traffic.
Afternoon, T-Dot's working with a couple of accidents out here. No shortage of radar down I-40 as you head out towards Fayette County. It's going to be that way for the next couple of days. Now, we're watching an increase over here on Sam Cooper in certain sections, especially going outbound on Sam Cooper coming up past Perkins. Hey, don't let a slipping transmission make things worse on your car and truck. Having transmission problems? Come to Amco Transmissions right now. There's 2 locations right here in Memphis. Let them check out your vehicle. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
Now back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Lexus of Memphis. Here are your hosts, Brett Stats Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
Welcome back into Sports Time. Bryant and Brett with you. We got to talk more about the NBA. It's been kind of a slower day compared to yesterday around free agency in the NBA, but it has been a lot of talk today about what happened yesterday with not the Santi Aldama trade. That was not the big trade of the day. We discussed it for a couple of minutes yesterday, but the Celtics and the Sixers agreeing to trade Jaylen Brown and Paul George, picks included in that as well. And then on top of that, the 76ers going out there today and getting Anthony Simons to agree to a 2-year deal with them. So 76ers putting together an interesting team going into next year.
They are, and it will be mostly dependent on the health of Joel Embiid. He's got to show he can go out there, and I'm not going to put a number at 82, but let's start at 70. Yeah. Let's start a number of games played to be in the awards mix.
Yeah, no, I think you absolutely have to, because they got some nice players and certainly have added some nice players with what they did yesterday and today. But he's the star on that team. I mean, he is the MVP caliber weapon on there, and they're a million times better when he's on the court. And so I do like the moves of moving Paul George, who's had his own issues with injuries the past couple of seasons, and bringing in some different pieces. But yeah, it starts with Joel Embiid and his health, and that's always, every single year, the big question with them. Yeah, and Jaylen Brown, I think, will be plenty motivated. It'll be we know at least 4. I think 4 matchups. Sometimes you don't play that many, but they'll see the Celtics a lot, and they had the 76ers knocked them out when the Celtics had him. Yeah. So that's going to be all of this just makes that series 10 times more interesting next season, because it was already going to be all right when the Sixers and the Celtics play each other. this is going to be big. It's going to be the, whatever night the game is on, that big broadcast game of the night of, Sixers eliminated the Celtics. Now it's going to be Jaylen Brown on the Sixers after they eliminated the Celtics last year. So really, really interesting. And I'm really excited to see what the 76ers team can do next year.
Where do you think on opening night, everybody, all 30 teams, all 0-0, where does the power rest, East or West?
Oh,
Are you waiting to see a few more deals?
I think right now, I think it's still the West. But I think the East, you look at what they've done over the last couple of years, I think it continues to get better. And I mean, what that conversation that people had 4 or 5 years ago of the West is just a million times better than the East.
Those days are over.
Those days are way over. I think it's a lot closer now. I would still side with the West, but the East really close.
Nope, nobody dynastic out there right now, is it?
I think there are teams that are right there around
Oklahoma City, maybe?
I would say
still?
I would put Oklahoma City in there.
We could get to 2031 and they've won it 3 or 4 times.
Sure. No, I think they definitely could.
With the one they have, 2 or 3 more.
Yeah,
maybe more. They could be. I mentioned it after the Knicks won it. Now for this 21st century thing, 13 different NBA winners. 7 from the East, 6 from the West.
Yeah, man. We talked about it a lot, when the finals were happening, of all the, different champions, and what was it now, 7 or 8 years of a different champion. So the NBA has made it really fun you kind of don't know who's going to win it, and even kind of talking about OKC still being in there. I mean, how many times have we talked about over these last 7-8 years of this team? It's their dynasty now. We're going to see them win multiple, and then they haven't won it again. So, I think Oklahoma City has the horses to do it, but we really never know until it's actually happening.
This 21st century, Dallas got their first. Toronto got their first. Yeah. Denver got their first. Oklahoma City got their first. The easy answer is the one to get the next one's Oklahoma City.
Yeah. I mean, you would think. But we got to see. We all thought they were going to be there this year, and they weren't. So it'll be really fun. Really fun to watch, and now we'll see, what Oklahoma City does the rest of the way. It feels like they still
Miami got their first in the 21st century too, and went on and got 2 more.
Yeah, no, they definitely did. So we'll see what Oklahoma City does these next couple of weeks. Cause
I've got a Miami Heat big number of the day. It's got to be a first. Got to be a first.
It's got to be. I mean, if it isn't, it's been a really long time since there's been a Miami big number of the day. So that'll be. I'm excited for that. Now I'll let you do the big number. I don't know if I'm bringing a big number to the table today after everything that happened yesterday, but some other kind of little movement that happened last night. Marvin Bagley still cashing in the NBA. He agreed to a 1-year deal with the Denver Nuggets.
I think we got one more Marvin Bagley Grizzlies run in us. Somewhere in some deal before it's all over.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I can sign up for another Marvin Bagley.
He's a dookie.
In Memphis. He is a dookie, but man. I think one time was good enough for me. So, yeah, a lot more moves still left to be done. We know we're all waiting on LeBron James and what happens with him. Here locally, a lot of people wanting to see what happens with Jalen Duren, the former Tiger, where he ends up. It feels like even though it's been a couple slow days, yesterday certainly not one of them, but the first day of free agency a little slow. Today's been a little slow. It feels like we're still in for a lot more movement around the NBA and what's already been a super crazy, super hectic NBA offseason.
When does LeBron decide?
Yeah, I have no idea. I really cannot.
That's a good Keith Smith question.
Yeah, I couldn't even put a guess out there. It seems like he is in no rush to make a decision. So, I mean, I don't know. Could be this weekend. Could be next week. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be, I'd say in the next week and a half, we know. I don't think he takes it out longer than that.
Any new crazy teams you've heard that, that would work?
No, not really. It feels like every team's kind of throwing their hat into the ring of like, yeah, we're interested in LeBron James. Like, oh, I'm sure you are. There were a couple teams I saw yesterday that were now interested in LeBron, and maybe one of them was Denver.
That's the one that really piqued my interest.
Yeah, and then what was the other
and
one?
I
was
think
just
could
crazy.
work.
The other one might have been like Orlando, and I was like, Orlando? Why? You're just saying you want to be included, but it might not have been. But it was one of those teams that just did not make any sense.
Got me interested.
Yeah, Denver would be interesting. I don't know if I like that very much. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I mean, you've got Jokic there.
Got Murray.
Yeah, I mean, I just would like them to kind of build more around those guys with multiple pieces instead of going out there and spending a bunch of money on LeBron.
Wonder what he expects at the end of next year's stat line to look like.
Oh, yeah,
wherever he goes.
That's a really good question.
With any modicum of good health, again, but games played around those to win the awards.
Yeah.
65-70.
Definitely. And so, I mean, it's the question, because we had the same question last year of what in the world can LeBron James still bring to the table? And, I mean, he's still out there averaging 20 points a game. So, I mean, it's crazy to watch him play because he can still
more
do
effective, closer to the goal.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of point forward type.
Oh, definitely. No doubt about it. And so, yeah, I mean, but it blows my mind every time I watch him play at this age that he can still do that because he's incredible.
You get Nikola Jokic and those big set shot rainbow threes, that loosens that middle up for you.
Oh, it definitely does. It definitely does. But I'm just saying, if you're
for him to get down there 1-on-1 with a player that's just not big enough to guard it.
Yeah. No, I in an ideal world where there's no such thing as money and salary cap and all that other stuff, like, yeah, I mean, Jokic and LeBron, it'd be awesome. I'm just saying, if your goal is to make a deep run in the playoffs this year, I think you need to be a little more strategic if you're Denver and maybe try to bring in multiple guys with the amount of money that you're going to have to spend on LeBron James. Because, I mean, again,
a little more future-oriented than just next-year-oriented.
Well, not even that. I mean, I just think, like, if you could bring in a guy that shoots 39% from three and a guy that, grabs 9 rebounds a game, if you can bring in those two guys for the price that it's going to take to get LeBron James in there, like, I would rather take those two guys than take LeBron James just because you could probably get more out of them. It's more expendable if you have to move one of them. And I don't know. That's just how I would do it if I was a general manager. But also, I'd love to have LeBron James. I mean, LeBron James is awesome, but I don't know. I still kind of pause because I don't believe it every time I see him go off and have these big games at this age. But he can still do it. So, I mean, who am I to say? I think every team should be in line to say they want to have him.
I think next year we'll enjoy those, but I don't think you should be counting on them.
No.
And he will get in those games where it's heat check and he's really doing damage from three, but I don't think you start the game out thinking that's how you win.
No. And I think that's been what the joy has been is, like going into last season, going into the year before, I didn't really know what to expect with him. And then he goes out and has these big time games where he's super efficient. It's games where it's not like, he's going out there and doing the Kobe Bryant last game of his career and taking 1,000,000 shots. I mean, he's playing basketball and he's still able to do it at his age. So it's fun to watch. He's great. I'm glad we're seeing another year of him. And it'll be fun wherever he ends up.
Our text and talk line sponsored by Sissy's Log Cabin, and we sure appreciate them. They will be with us at SEC Media Days, and they will be the leaderboard update sponsor at the FedEx St. Jude Championship when we're out at TPC Southwind next month. Next month starts college football and is the FedEx St. Jude Championship.
That's wild.
Next month. Doesn't that sound great?
It sounds beautiful. I can't wait.
Sissy's Log Cabin will be with us for both of those at great location at 4542 Poplar. Bill Jones and his great team, part of the fabric of the community at Poplar and Perkins in Laurelwood. They have the Mid-South's largest selection of one-of-a-kind jewelry, engagement rings, wedding bands, necklaces, earrings, for all those special moments and for all those weddings that Bryant Dacus will be attending over the next 5 years. 9,000 square foot store in Laurelwood with expanded lines for Rolex, Cartier, diamonds, and much more since 1970. With all the great locations across the Mid-South. Sissy's, they offer a selection of diamonds and estate jewelry and fine gifts. The official jeweler for the hometown teams, like the Tigers. You'll see it on the ribbon boards out at the fairgrounds at Tiger home football games this year, and you always see it at FedEx Forum with the floor seat lounge. Unsurpassed value, exceptional service, expansive selection, and extraordinary shopping experience because life's too short for ordinary jewelry.
Now, I do need to say to clear the air, because there has been some worry around after I made the statement that I likely would not be having wedding. That does not mean I won't be shopping for a specific type of jewelry
Scared
at
me to
Sissy's
death.
Log Cabin very soon. That will still be happening. No.
Man, I've just said the worst thing I've ever said in my life.
No. You're
scared me to death.
Very, very healthy right now.
Good.
Very, very healthy. Nothing to worry about.
You get a good one like that, you better not let her go.
Yes, no, that is.
I will give that advice.
That is for sure the truth. I did want to get to this text real quick. Like Brett said, you can hit us up about anything and everything. Sissy's Log Cabin listener line 901-360-8255. Ron texted in, said LeBron may sign for the minimum somewhere. Look, if LeBron James signs for the minimum somewhere, everybody line up for him.
For sure.
LeBron James just has never really shown that he would sign for the minimum, and
I don't think he should be expected to do that.
No, definitely not. Now, look, if he came out there and said, I'm going to sign somewhere for the minimum, I just want to be on a great team that I can help win.
The Lakers would want him back.
Yeah, and I would be super in support of that. That'd be great. I just don't think he's going to do that, and like you said, nor should he have to, because he deserves every single cent that he is going to earn.
LeBron James has earned a wage level that he should not deviate from 1 cent.
Yes, but if we're talking about that Nuggets situation and we're just saying like blanket he'll sign for the minimum, then absolutely, like yes, go to the Nuggets. That'd be great. That would be a lot of fun to watch. But it will be interesting to see where he ultimately lands. But we need to get to another break. When we return, we got some Major League Baseball going on right this second. We'll talk some baseball. We'll do it next on Sports Time.
Add a little fun to your lunch break. Join Johnny Radio for Sports 56 Happy Hour from 11 to 1 every weekday on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Guns, guns, and more guns. Over 700 firearms in stock. Home defense guns, old guns, new guns, used guns, big guns, little guns. Every gun you can think of, Classic Arms has them. All brands like Glock, Sig, Colt, Ruger, Smith & Wesson, Brownie, Beretta, Benelli, Remington, Winchester, and more. Guaranteed lowest prices in town. Only gun importer in the Mid-South. Free gun inspections and appraisals and free bore sighting for the upcoming deer season. Shop online at ClassicArmsOfMemphis.com or visit Classic Arms at 1740 Germantown Parkway behind Corky's Barbecue in Cordova.
It's time to get your backyard ready for the ultimate pool party with a little help from Family Leisure. If you've been sitting on the fence about taking the plunge with a pool, now's the time to take the dive. You want an above-ground pool? Done. Starting at $39.99, and that's with installation. You want an in-ground pool? Take your pick. They start at under $50,000. Accessorize that pool with a patio furniture set starting at just $9.99. Outdoor sectionals? They start at $12.99. In fact, all in-stock patio furniture sets are priced to move. And with select patio furniture sets, you'll get a free umbrella and base. Okay, you aren't looking to get into a pool just yet? Family Leisure has hot tubs that start at just $34.99. Get in shape or stay in shape with a swim spa starting at $16,999. Get your backyard, front yard, side yard, whatever, ready for fun. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
At Gossett Volkswagen on the Pike, it's the Volkswagen Driver Days event, and it's drivers wanted. If you're looking for sporty, we Gossett 2026 Jetta S. Just $249 a month, $249 a month for Jetta S. Luxury just got a new definition in 2026 Tiguan 2.0 TS. Now $269 a month. Brand new Tiguan S, $269 a month. And right now, Gossett Volkswagen on the Pike's got 2026 Atlas SE, only $329 a month. That's only $329 a month for a brand new Atlas SE. Ready for a new ride? We got you covered at Gossett Volkswagen on the Pike, 1875 Covington Pike, or shop online anytime at GossettVWMemphis.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Atlas TC 564,681, MSRP 41,911, Jetta TMO 312,217, MSRP 25,791, Tiguan TMO 43,763, MSRP 32,881. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must be financed through Volkswagen Credit PF 895. Excludes tax title license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer in 6/30/26 dealer stock only.
After a car accident, money is on the line, and that's why one call can change everything. NST has spent over 35 years fighting for Memphis families and winning big. The call is free, and you don't pay unless we win. NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000.
Now back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Lexus of Memphis. Here are your hosts, Brett Stats Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
Back into Sports Time. Bryant and Brett with you. We got to talk some Major League Baseball as very limited slate today. One final already in the book. Pirates up 6-1 or won 6-1 over the Phillies. 2 games going on right now. Reds Brewers. The Reds up 7-2 on the road against the Brew Crew, and then Rockies and Marlins. Rockies up 5-4 in the top of the 5th inning. I was really interested in this Reds-Brewers game, the pitching matchup. Really, really good one, as it was Chase Burns and Jacob Mizorowski, but not a great performance from Jacob Mizorowski. Well, actually, it was not that bad.
Yeah, only 1 earned run.
Yeah, I was looking at hits instead of earned runs, but
they gave up 5 runs, but only 1 earned.
Yeah, so 1 earned run, so that won't hurt his ERA much at all. 5 innings.
Went up 145 to 147.
That's right. Yeah, 10 strikeouts for him, which is just incredible stuff.
Just comes in with Randy Johnson gas.
It's really remarkable what he's able to do. On the other side, Chase Burns, 6 innings, 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Unfortunately, though, as excited as I was about this game, this one of the games I was not able to watch because of the whole new streaming thing. So,
what new streaming?
It was good. Well, now that they're on, they're not with FanDuel or whatever it was anymore. I don't get the games anymore. So,
has that been all year?
Yeah.
I didn't know if it started like July 1 or something.
Nope.
So
no,
nothing
yeah,
new.
they started the season on whatever they do now. So I
hate to rub it in, but I'm sitting here with MLB extra innings, and I got right now all kind of games on.
I mean, I could get it. I'd have to pay $100 to watch the Reds, and then an additional $100 if I wanted to watch the Braves. So I chose not to do that. I chose I'll just
I get
scoreboard
it all.
watch.
I think $25 a month.
Wow, lucky you. Lucky you.
$150 for the year. Yeah, 6 payments.
Yeah. Well, I don't get it like that. You're lucky.
Old fashioned. See, I got this thing on my roof, and
it
connects with a satellite out there.
Yeah, I'm sure that bill though for everything else is probably a lot more. So
they bring it in on a forklift.
Yeah, so I don't have to pay that. I just have to pay more for
$240 a month.
See, I don't have to pay that much. I just have to pay a little bit more for my baseball. So I guess it all evens out,
I had house payments less than that.
Well, yeah, they always find a way to get you one way or the other. So they get you with the old TV thing. They get me with the Major League Baseball. So.
Yeah, they're going to charge for that contraption on the roof, aren't they?
They definitely are. They absolutely
That's the goal.
are. No, they definitely
look at the
will.
Brewers though. Even with the loss today, 53-32, really solid team.
Yeah.
But Brian, I don't know if we're going to spend a whole lot of man hours and energy on this, but haven't they been over a couple of different managers, a lot of winning, built for the regular season?
Yeah, no, it really has been.
No noise in October.
No, it definitely hasn't been. And so
I don't really know what that means, built for the regular season.
Yeah.
But I think it's applicable to them.
Yeah, I think it's interesting though, the type of team they have, because especially last year was kind of a lot of guys that they just threw together, and it really worked. And now bringing a lot of those guys back, and their stars are still really, really young, outside of a guy like Christian Yelich, who is a little older, but, you look at a guy like William Contreras, who's still, only 28 years old. You got a guy like Jackson Chourio, who's, really, really young, only 22. So it feels like they've been able to get these pieces that might be able to stick, and maybe you see these guys grow together, and maybe you see more noise in the postseason, because you're right. The way they've run their franchise has been phenomenal. It's just been a lot of regular season wins and not a lot come October, come postseason play. But hey, maybe we see something change this year, because I really like this group they got.
How would you feel if you're the Mets general manager and you've got that endorsement from not the Congressman Steve Cohen? Hey, no, we're not firing anybody. He's set. Would you feel good?
No, I would not.
I would not either.
I would not.
And what is the GM's first name? His last name is Stearns, right?
Yeah, I don't know his first name.
It's not David, not like the commissioner, was it?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I got to thinking.
Oh, it is David Stearns. Yeah, that is.
Is it? So it's David Stearns.
Stearns, yes.
Yeah, spelled differently and pluralized.
Yes.
Okay. Well, the Mets at one time had a great tough guy catcher named John Stearns. So I got to thinking, I said, well, is it any way? I mean, could this be, his son? It's not spelled differently. And John Stearns, and I'm at his baseball page, baseball ref. I don't remember this being his nickname, but it would be appropriate. Bad dude. And he was. Tough guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he was standing there at that plate. I don't know if he could play today. Yeah. Catcher, tough guy, he would plant you. But no relation. So I go to the general manager's Wikipedia page. Nobody's ever called him bad dude. Nobody.
No.
Columbia Prep High School, and of course, political science major at Harvard.
Nice.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, when I just looked him up,
and Mr. Analytics.
Oh, of course. He's Mr. Analytics.
John Stearns, bad dude, forgot more baseball than Columbia Prep knew.
Yeah. See, I didn't know his full name. I knew Stearns was up there as the general manager. I've never seen him, but when I pulled him up, he looks like a kid.
You think he's ever been called bad dude?
No, definitely not. This is a nice looking guy.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like he doesn't get into a lot of trouble. But yeah, I think honestly,
But he knows the velo rate for everybody.
Yeah. No, I think I would be even more nervous after getting that vote of confidence.
Oh, scared to death.
Oh, I mean, just because everyone's going to be in an outrage about it. This guy's got to go. I mean,
and every time the owner's text pops up or the phone's ringing, it's him. He goes, "Oh no, what's this guy?"
Absolutely, I would not be excited about that relationship.
7 straight losses for the other team in New York.
Yeah,
the Bombers.
Yeah, it hadn't been a great run so far for the Yankees this week, and against this Tigers team that they've not been very good at all this year. Obviously, getting a little more healthy, and maybe that turns them around. But yeah, it's kind of been ugly for the Yankees these last couple of series. It's
the Marlins with a great June story. The Tampa Bay Rays continuing to do what they do, and they do it with all the sabermetrics and analytics and everything, but they always seem to come back to baseball and make a decision there. I think all that is necessary. We need all the film rooms. We need all the film budget. We need people filming the filmers. But it's got to come back to somebody that, can he hit behind a runner and drive somebody in?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely with you on that. I think analytics are good. I think they can be a good tool to use, but it does not need to be something that you completely rely on for all of your decisions.
Across sports, the MBA types and even political science majors graduated from Harvard in 2007. I mean, he was up there studying political science 10 minutes ago.
How about that?
But all those types, all the Ivy League types, all the right school types, climbing as well, they all every night before they go to bed should say the big prayer of thank you to Theo Epstein.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
He got them all going.
No doubt about it. Last thing I did want to mention, Hunter Goodman, another home run. He has been lights out this season, hitting the long ball. 27 home runs now this season. Looks like he will be the All-Star representative again for the Rockies. We talked about it last week after he got up to 25, only the 4th primary catcher to hit 25 or more home runs.
He might be in there at the end of the game.
Yeah, no, he definitely could be, which would be really, really cool. And still, I've seen a couple of guys commit to the home run derby. Maybe Hunter Goodman gets the call for the home run derby. But let's go ahead and wrap up this first hour, get to another break. And when we return, we're switching gears. We're getting back into the NBA. Keith Smith from Spot Track and the Front Office Show, he joins us next.
Never underestimate the value of a gift card. A gift card is a gift that requires very little effort on your part. Take, for instance, a gift card from Sunrise. It's good, obviously, at either Sunrise on Jefferson or Sunrise East on Poplar, and couldn't be simpler to get. You could grab one when you're having a delicious, fast, fresh breakfast or lunch made just for you, or, and this is really cool, you can get them at Sunrise's website. Go to Sunrise's website, and you can send a gift card by email or text. You can text someone a gift card for Sunrise.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. Plus, get a free base with select mattress purchases. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Need a new ride? We got it covered during the summer sticker sales event at Gossett Kia on the Pike. 2026 Kia K4 LXS now $229 a month. 24-month lease, $34.99 due at signing. 2026 Kia Sorento LX, we got it at $297 a month. And 2027 Kia Telluride S, only $449 a month. Both 24-month lease, $39.99 due at signing. Plus, you'll find the all-new 2026 EV9, $12,000 off MSRP or 0% for 60 months available, and every Gossett Kia comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Come see Bobby J and get your new Kia today at Gossett Kia. 1900 Covington Pike, online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
K4TE 349,980, MSRP 24,825, Sorrento TG 453,494, MSRP 34,280, Telluride VG 005,288, MSRP 44,510, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 895, must finance through KFA, excludes tax file and license with approved credit dealer stock only. See dealer for complete details, offer valid through 6/30/26.
Uncorn flavor, Corky's barbecue. We're cooking it up, down home way, hickory smoke flavor like the good old days.
Hey y'all, Jimmy Stovall here with Corky's Barbecue. Catering is our specialty. Memphians have trusted Corky's to cater their events for 40 years because we make it easy for you and delicious for your guests. Whether it's 50 people or a crowd of thousands, our experienced team comes to your location, sets up, serves, and ensures everyone enjoys a Corky's all-you-can-eat barbecue buffet starting at only $7.99 per person. You can't beat it. With 40 years of experience, it's easy to see why customers choose Corky's time and time again for all of their catering needs. Visit Corky'sBBQ.com to book us for your next party.
Encore flavor, Corky's barbecue.
Rebel Nation, get the latest on everything Ole Miss sports with the Cannon Motors of Mississippi Rebel Yell Hotline. Join Rebel insiders Chuck Rounsville, Yancey Porter, and Gary Darby Monday nights at 6 as they break down the latest with the Rebels along with even more insight from special guests. Rebel Yell Hotline, Mondays at 6 p.m. on WHBQ.
Stay up to date with everything going on in Ole Miss athletics with Rebel Yell Hotline every Monday night from 6 to 7 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Sports 56 traffic.
Well, good afternoon. The police TDOT trying to work this right in the Midtown area. It's 40 eastbound. It's going to be here near Jackson, interrupting that traffic that's trying to get up in that area right there in the Midtown area. That's 40 east at Jackson. It's moving up here if you're wondering. 40 east as you come past Wolford, Hollywood. It's starting to pick up even more with volume. Trying to get south of Memphis, 55 down through DeSoto County. Don't let a slipping transmission make things worse on your car or truck. Having transmission problems, come to AMCO Transmissions. Let them check it out. 2 locations here in Memphis. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10. Now back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour brought to you by Landers, Ford, and Collierville. Here once again are Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
When you hear the sound coming.
Welcome back into Sports Time. Bryant and Brett with you as we start our second hour on this Thursday afternoon. We got to talk the NBA, and we do it at this time every single week with Keith Smith.
Time to talk NBA with Keith Smith from Spot Rack and the Front Office Show, and on Twitter X at Keith Smith NBA. Here's Keith Smith talking basketball with Bryant and Brett.
Keith Smith joins us now from Spot Track and the Front Office Show to talk all things NBA. Keith, a ton to get into this afternoon. But I want to start with your thoughts on this offseason so far as a whole in the NBA. If you had to rate it on a wild scale, kind of 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
We're pushing a 10 because so much has happened.
Really
LeBron hasn't even picked the spot yet, right? So, this has been crazy. Here's my kind of general theme that I've been telling everybody. The way teams are acting is the league is wide open. Nobody disrespects the Knicks or the Thunder or the Spurs or any of those other good teams, but every team is like, why not us? Why can't we be the next one to be the next team to raise the title? So it's going to be really interesting to see, how long this parity in the NBA carries out, like it is right now, because as it is now, I mean, teams are going to be loading up and windows are going to be short, and it's going to be go up, compete for a few years, and then you're going to step back and rebuild it. It's been really something else.
And Keith, last hour, I promise you I was along the same line of this kind of same tangent that you were on about the Knicks. I don't mean it I think it will be one of the outlier titles of all time with a lot of teams, like you said, and a lot in the East. I mentioned Toronto, Boston, Philadelphia, Detroit, Atlanta, Miami, all thinking, why not us?
Yeah, I don't want to call it an outlier title just because I think this is just where we are now in the league. That I mean, the Thunder didn't even make it back to the finals. And everybody, had Tyrese Halliburton got hurt, we might be talking about the Thunder team is super expensive and never won a title. Like, it's really, really hard to win in the NBA. And I think, the Knicks captured that lightning in a bottle, but you're absolutely right. Like, they may not be there next year. I mean, the Raptors look pretty good. The Sixers look pretty good. Despite trading Jaylen Brown, I don't think Boston's really going anywhere. Indiana will be back this year. Cleveland is still not done retooling their roster, and that's before I even get to, like, Detroit and Orlando and Miami with Giannis. Like, there's a lot of competition in the East. The East has gotten stronger across this offseason. The West is still very good, don't get me wrong, but it's going to be really, really interesting to watch this all play out this year.
I know everybody they want to get to where the Knicks got with the title, with the parade, with the fun of winning it all. Are any of them saying, let's model the Knick way?
It's hard, right? Because what I think has been really cool with the last couple of NBA finals is it shows there's no one way to build a team. Oklahoma City largely built through their draft and by trading for players early on in their career. The Spurs mostly built through the draft, but they did get De'Aaron Fox in a trade. The Knicks were solely built through free agent signing and through trade. And then the Pacers last year was kind of a mixed bag as well. So it is really, really interesting with this, where I think teams are just, I don't know if they're trying to replicate the Knicks, but they're definitely gearing up to be the best version they can be. And I think when it all kind of comes down to it, that's all you can really ask for.
Mm-hmm. Well, Keith, it's been a busy week here in Memphis, obviously, with the Ja Morant trade, and then last night with the Santi move. Let's start with Ja Morant. What did you make of that deal, and what do you make of Ja going up to Portland?
Yeah, I start with the Portland side. It's very confusing. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing. You had Ja Morant, and I realized they didn't pay a big price to get him, so that seems to be what this was let's get a distressed asset on the cheap, and we'll see what we can figure out. They've got Damian Lillard coming back. You have Drew Holiday. You have Scoot Henderson. You have Shaedon Sharpe. That's 5 guys for 2 guard positions, and you're not probably going to play 3 of those guys together very much. So it gets to be really interesting to see how Portland puts together the rest of this summer, and I'm not sold that that's going to be how it finishes. I think we may see another guy or 2 on the move there. So let's see, but they're, trying to rehab Ja and get him back to healthy and on the court and recapture some magic alongside Damian Lillard. I mean, it's an upside play, but we'll see. I think for the Grizzlies, I think that trade was fine. There was it was time to end the John Morant era. We all know that's where it was headed. Getting Jeremy Grant back, okay, not the best contract, but not a bad player by any means. And I think the Aldama return was not bad. There's just right now with Memphis, what I keep telling people is there's just a lot of guys on the roster. It's just a very, very full roster, and that's factoring in, getting Isaiah Stewart as well. So there really is a place where it's like, boy, how is this going to all shake out? But I think that's what they're doing, right? They're going to collect talent. They're going to collect assets. They're going to let those guys battle it out and earn their spots and minutes. And I think that's a perfectly good way to handle this as you transition your roster.
Keith, do you think opening night John Morant is introduced as a member of the Portland Trailblazers?
Yeah, 100%. Everybody gets all fired up for, like, Celtics fans are like, well, they acquired Paul George so they can flip him. If you're going to do that, you just do it. You just make it a multi-team trade and do it. It is very rare that somebody acquires a player midway into the in the beginning of the offseason, and in that same offseason turns around and trades that player. It almost never happens that way. It really is. You just make it a multi-team trade from the beginning. So I think all these guys who are moving around or rumored to be moving around, I think they're all going to stay right where they are, at least to start out the year.
Do you think that the two guys that the Grizzlies got in the trade, Chris Murray and Jeremy Grant, do you think those two guys are with the Grizzlies on opening day?
Yeah, more Grant than Murray. I mean, I don't think they're going to be moving Jeremy Grant in another trade. At least it's not anything I expect to happen. So I think we're in a place with Jeremy Grant. It's going to be, okay, come on in. You can play alongside Cam Boozer. You can help our young, developing roster kind of improve and be that good vet. He was that for Detroit. He was that for Portland in some down years and help those teams get better. So I think that's what the Grizzlies are looking for with Grant. Murray may get squeezed out and just, hey, he was in the trade to make the math work. Like there wasn't really any other reason for him to be in the trade. In Memphis, I mean, goodness, do they have forwards now? They have forwards coming out of their ears, and that's even after moving Santi Aldama. So I think what you may see there is maybe if they're like, we've already been kind of working with Gigi Jackson and Olivia Maxence Prosper, like maybe we want to continue working with those guys and developing them. If we got Taylor Hendricks and got a brief look at him a year ago, it might be the Grizzlies saying, all right, Chris Murray, sorry, we're going to set you loose so you can go kind of find your own place.
Keith, for the Grizzlies, they don't want to put a number on it. I can't blame them. The previous management team to Zach Kleiman did. They had a 3-year plan and delivered. In that third year, that was the 8-1 with the Grizzlies defeating the San Antonio Spurs. This one reluctant to put a number on it. What number would you put on it for the rebuild to maybe not to win a first-round series, but just to get back to the playoffs?
Another couple of seasons. I think what it is for this year is let's get our guys on the court more. Let's play more competitive basketball as the season goes along. And then, we kind of continue to put it together from there. So I think that's kind of part one for the Grizzlies. And then I think your next thing that you're really looking at if you're Memphis is a year from now, you've kind of, all right, we've sorted through who are the keepers, who are the guys that they were just, this was a stop along the way for them. And then you're in a position where you start gearing up for, let's start to really make that playoff push, whether that's playing tournament or wherever. And then by year 3, you have to be kind of firmly in the mix because by year 3, you're already going to be on the clock with Zach Edey and Cedric Howard and Cam Boozer to an extent of like, hey, I'm running down the end of my rookie contract, and where are we going? So that's how quickly time moves in the NBA.
Yeah, let me correct something too. They put a 3-year plan on it to deliver 3 years of kind of bad, and in that 4th year make a playoff run, and that's what they did. I had my years a little off.
Yeah, and that's kind of your standard. Now, what's different is you can't bottom out anymore. So it's not like Memphis can, and I know a lot of it wasn't by choice. So I'm not pretending that they liked having seasons where you guys had to learn, 40 different players' names and guys are out there wearing football jersey, offensive lineman jersey numbers. Like nobody wanted that. So a lot of that is if they can stay healthier, but you can't just go into the season saying, all right, we're not going to be good and we're going to bottom out. You have to push and you try to win because that's where we're at in the NBA in this day and age. So I think that's kind of what we're really that's where you're really kind of pushing for. All right, let's kind of keep these things moving here where we're going to try to do what we can to try to win. We're not really trying to be in a place where it is, all right, well, we just kind of gotta work through it. Like you're trying to get to a place where you feel pretty good about what you can accomplish, and not bottom out because the lottery doesn't allow you to do that anymore.
Going back to Ja Morant in Portland, there were some reports that came out after the trade that Portland wants to play Dame and Ja beside each other in the starting lineup. What do you think that will look like? I know now, they've got a ton of guards on that lineup now after the trade. And what do you think it will look like with Ja? Obviously, Micah Nori coming in as the new head coach. What will that Portland team look like, especially Ja Morant early in the season next year?
Yeah, well, remember when they told everybody Donovan Clingan was off limits in trade talks?
Yeah.
That's why they need him to clean up all the mess that backcourt's
right.
going to create. I don't know how you're going to stop anybody if that's your starting backcourt. That seems very messy. So I think we'll be in a place where it is, all right, we'll just kind of keep things chugging along a little bit, with this group, and they're probably going to try it, but I don't know. It's like I said, there's just so many guards there to shake out. And then you've got like Drew Holiday. He wants to clearly win at this point in his career and actually contend. And then you have Scoot Henderson. He's trying to get his first big contract after his rookie deal. So he's still trying to establish himself after missing the bulk of last season. And then Shaedon Sharpe, you already paid, but now all of a sudden it's like, hey, buddy, you're kind of squeezed out. You're like the fifth guard in at best 4-guard rotation. And something has to give there. I know they're saying they intend to keep everybody. I got to believe something's going to give eventually there in Portland when we see another move.
Yeah, I think we probably see that as well. The other big trade last night was the Jaylen Brown trade to the 76ers, Paul George, some picks in return. What did you make of that move?
Yeah, this is a weird one. For the Celtics, felt like they had to move Jaylen Brown. Like they were in a spot where even I think before the Giannis stuff and the like, they were ready to move Jaylen Brown because I think their determination was we were pretty good with Jaylen Brown last year. We've always been better with Jason Tatum on the floor than Jaylen Brown. So if we move Brown but still replace him with somebody of value, we'll have Tatum kind of pick up the carry the team role and we'll probably still be a pretty good team. And I think they were very wary of having two max players that make about $60 million on the roster at the same time, and also very wary of where are we going in the future if Jaylen Brown wants another big extension. So I think now we're in a position for the Celtics of, this is a step back. Well, Jaylen Brown's a better player than Paul George, but this is for this year, maybe. I don't think their floor is any lower. I think they're going to be about as good as they were a year ago. Ceiling's not quite as high, and Paul George is an injury risk, but if Paul George gets hurt, well, you're kind of with what you were a year ago, but just with Jason Tatum in there. And at least you have Paul George's expiring contract a year from now, and you have some more draft capital. So I get why they did it, even if this is, in all of my time covering the Celtics, this is easily the least popular transaction they've made.
Wow.
Far and away, huh?
Yeah, not even close. Now, there was some nonsense, in my opinion, on the timeline of like there was the Babe Ruth trade and now there's this. Like, what are we doing? Like, Babe Ruth was one of the greatest athletes we've ever seen. This is more like when they traded Mookie Betts from the Red Sox, and it was like, we just don't want to pay him, and we're getting him out of here, and that's what it is. But the difference is in Major League Baseball, that's truly just being cheap, because as the Dodgers have taught us, there's no end to what you can pay everybody under the sun. But in basketball, there are real problems if you try to pay everybody. You're going to kind of get yourself locked in, and that's not really where they want to be. So I think it's going to be kind of interesting to watch where they go from here, and that's what I've been trying to tell people is, look, be angry, be upset, be mad if you think this was a bad trade, but you do have to at least own, let's see what comes next, because I think this front office should have earned everybody's benefit of the doubt by now.
Brad Stevens, he doesn't scare easily, does he?
No, not at all. I mean, he's going to do what he thinks is best for the team. And that's going to be, everybody's like, this press conference, we better get answers and blah, blah, blah. And you're just going to we thought this is what was best for the team. I don't really know what people are, caring about. So it's, they're like you're in a place where it is, you have to kind of get them in there. They're going to answer the questions they're going to answer, but that's what you're going to get is this was for the best for the team moving forward.
Kendrick Perkins this morning said that he thought that Brad Stevens handed the 76ers a trip to the NBA Finals next year. I like Kendrick Perkins. I think his presentation is fun, but I also think there's good content in there. But he has to know, here are the games played for Joel Embiid the last 3 years, 38, 19, and 39. He's the key to any NBA Finals run, and he just hadn't been out there.
Yeah, here's my issue with the way a lot of basketball is analyzed, because everybody does this, where let's create the cool graphic of all the guys in their shirts and then talk about who's stopping this team, right? And it's a lot of times last I checked, you can only play with one ball. And Paul George had settled into, all right, I'm the third or fourth option on this team. I'll be a ball mover. I'll play defense. I'll shoot when it comes my way. And then in the lineups where it's more for me, I'll go out there and make plays and get baskets. But mostly this is Tyrese Maxey's team and this is Joel Embiid's team, and we got to make sure VJ Edgecombe gets plenty of touches. You had Jaylen Brown, who always has a chip on his shoulder. Now he's going to come in with a boulder on his shoulder, ready to go. And I think what you're going to see is he's not going to be, all right, I'm joining. This is Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid's team. It's going to be, no, I'm going to have the ball, not even in a selfish way. It's just, this is how I work. This is how I play. And I think what you have to be very careful of is, now it's Tyrese Maxey just relegated to hanging out in the corner. Does VJ Edgecombe see 8-9 shots per night? Like, where do we go? On the nights when Embiid is playing, too, it's only going to be even more so. People are like, well, Embiid will be the third or fourth option. Yeah, right. Get out of here with that. Like, he's going to get his shots and touches. So on the nights when he doesn't play, you're better off. Your ceiling is higher because Jaylen Brown can carry a higher or a heavier load than Paul George can. But, when they're all available, I'm not fully sold that this is, like, great. This is going to be, what it is. So I'm in a place where, let's see, how it kind of all comes together and, just kind of go from there with it. But I'm not sold that they're, title contenders, never mind being the title favorite.
The move that we saw, I guess it was maybe yesterday morning, all these moves are running together, of Walker Kessler going to L.A. to join the Lakers. That move, he's now signed a big deal with them. What do you think of that fit, and what did you make of that move?
Yeah, I mean, interesting for the Lakers. They were determined they were going to get a big man, and they get Walker Kessler. They paid a pretty price, but that's how it works when you're trying to get restricted free agents. It's not easy to just get them to move, and if you want to do it to avoid all the foolishness with offer sheets in that, you have to overpay to get them, like that, both in terms of salary and what you're going to pay through a sign and trade. So we'll see. I mean, certainly, like I talked about with Portland, he's going to have his work cut out for him. Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic, not exactly stopping anybody on the perimeter. And they didn't add all the other guys they added. None of them are defensive players. Quentin Grimes is a nice player. Colin Sexton is a nice player. Sandro Mamukelashvili. Did I just say that to prove I can't say it? Maybe. Who knows?
Incredible,
but, well, I've said it a lot, so I've been practicing. But like when you get there, like those guys are all offense first players. So there's still work to be done with that roster. But they're retooling on the fly and trying to build themselves around Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. And I don't think it's bad. I just don't think they're not a title contender. But they're that's just another pretty good team.
No, it definitely is. I know, seeing that move, there were reports the day before, the night before, that the Lakers were meeting with Jalen Duren. I believe they met with him once. There was supposed to be a second meeting. I don't know if that second meeting ever took place or not, but I guess a two-part question here. If you were the Lakers, would you have rather had Walker Kessler or Jalen Duren? And then with Jalen Duren, do you think he's back with Detroit next year? Do you think he's somewhere else? It seems like maybe some of those landing spots that were first rumored out there maybe being filled with the Lakers. I know he had some interest in the Celtics. I don't know if that option is still available. What do you think happens with Jalen Duren?
Yeah, there's also the Kings that are very interested in Jalen Duren as well. This is where it gets really hard on restricted free agents. I mean, how long into the summer did we talk about what's going on with Jonathan Kuminga and Josh Giddey and Quentin Grimes? Like, where are these guys going to go? And it just kept lingering and lingering and lingering. This is what happens with restricted free agents sometimes when unless you are a team is like, yep, that's our guy, go get him, it can be really tough. And that's kind of where we're at with Jalen Duren. The Pistons seem locked into, never mind the 30% max that he qualified. That's not even anywhere close to being in consideration, but I don't think they even want to give him the regular max. I think they are like, more $35, $37 million a year. That's where Kessler landed. Probably doesn't help Jalen Duren. Now, to be fair, Walker Kessler has never played in the playoffs, and Duren is, even though he's bad in this year's playoffs, he was good in last year's playoffs, and he's at least been there. And he's made All-NBA, and he didn't miss almost an entire season like Kessler did. So you add it all up, he's probably, in my mind, just shy of a max, but for now, it's probably just going to be one of these where he's just going to kind of hang out a little bit, and as options kind of dwindle and come off the table, maybe him and Detroit come back together and say, all right, what does it take? Just get it done, keep me home.
Keith, you follow the players and the team so very closely with all the teams, but especially with the Celtics. Did you see this big platform when Kendrick Perkins was a precocious 19, 20, 21-year-old with the Celtics in the early aughts?
No, not at all. I mean, he was, even when he was a young player and they had won, when he was the starting center the year that they went out and won the NBA Finals, and they had also, Jermaine O'Neal and couple other guys on that team as well. I believe Jermaine O'Neal was there that year. I know Scott Pollard was. But Kendrick Perkins was like, all right, he's just a young kid then. And then it was more when he got through his time with the Thunder that he became a little bit more outspoken. I think he was like, hey, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook talk all the time. Why not me? Like, I've got stuff to say. My only issue is I think sometimes he leans too much into he's playing a character on TV, and for me, a lot of that stuff it's not for me. That type of analysis is nothing that I'm interested in when it's just saying things to say things and calling guys out and saying, then after the fact, when good players in a slump, he calls them out, and a good player's good again, he takes credit for it. Like, what are we doing? Like, it's just, sometimes guys have bad weeks. Like, but it's, I know for most people it's just entertainment, so they're super into it. It's just not my kind of analysis.
I'm looking at that 08 championship roster, and you knew it, you know it well, and a lot of them ended up with some tour of duty with the Grizzlies. Tony Allen, with the Grizzlies, Leon Poe with the Grizzlies, James Posey with the Grizzlies. I think he was with Tony the Grizzlies Allen, before that. That all got tied into when they were for Tony Allen was tied into some trades, like Memphis and Boston back in the post, like Celtics trying to hang on and get blood from a stone with that group, that veteran group that was just hanging in there. They made some trades with the Grizzlies back in those points. I believe Jeff Green was at one point part of a trade between Boston and Memphis as well. Yeah, they've been trading partners, which is always an interesting thing in the NBA. You see this where teams go back to the same teams. Quite often it's because that's where your comfort level is. It's we can work together. Like, it would not surprise me if we see Boston and Philly now do other things, because there was not a hint of Jaylen Brown of the 76ers that came out. We heard Jaylen Brown to about 15 other teams, but there was nothing about the Sixers. And in a lot of times NBA GMs, they want to work with partners who they're going to work in silence. They're not going to negotiate through the media.
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting what happens over the next couple of weeks, Keith. We appreciate you. I was excited when I knew that today was Thursday, because there was a lot to talk about. As always, thanks for joining us, and we'll do it again next Thursday.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks, Keith. Keith Smith joining us like he does every Thursday. Always fun to talk with him, but on a day like this, we really needed him because a lot going on in the world of the NBA. Speaking of news in the NBA, John Morant will not wear number 12 in Portland. He will wear number 1 in Portland. So no more call 12. It will be call 1.
Wonder if he's going to have the West out there.
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. Run it all back. I don't know. Not scared of anybody, but yeah. Now I guess it's
we called 12 and he hung up on us.
Well, yeah. Maybe now it's press 1 for help or something like that. I don't know. It's definitely gonna be different seeing him in a different jersey, but also different number, which will be very weird. But let's go ahead and get to another break. And when we return, it's time to make some predictions, our 5 local predictions for the second half of the year. We do that next on Sports Time.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Everyone in Memphis knows that Bell Tavern is Memphis's perfect downtown neighborhood bar, and that Bell Tavern has a huge whiskey selection, specialty cocktails, ice-cold beer. But what those of you who haven't smartened up and visited Bell Tavern might not know is that it has terrific food. Bell Tavern has duck wings. Ever had a duck wing? It's like a chicken wing, but a lot bigger. Plus, not a lot of places have duck wings. In fact, Bell Tavern has all kinds of tasty things to share. Truffle fries, a sausage and cheese plate, jumbo pretzels. Go to Bell Tavern. Don't make me tell you again.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Need a new ride? We got it covered during the summer sticker sales event at Gossett Kia on the Pike. 2026 Kia K4 LXS now $229 a month. 24-month lease, $34.99 due at signing. 2026 Kia Sorento LX, we got it at $297 a month. And 2027 Kia Telluride S, only $449 a month. Both 24-month lease, $39.99 due at signing. Plus, you'll find the all-new 2026 EV9, $12,000 off MSRP or 0% for 60 months available, and every Gossett Kia comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Come see Bobby J and get your new Kia today at Gossett Kia. 1900 Covington Pike, online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
K4 TE 349,980, MSRP 24,825, Sorrento TG 453,494, MSRP 34,280, Telluride VG 005,288, MSRP 44,510, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 895, must finance through KFA, excludes tax file and license with approved credit dealer stock only. See dealer for complete details, offer valid through 6/30/26.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
This traffic brought to you by Old Dominick Distillery. Come for the spirits, stay for the experience. Cheers to Memphis. Learn more at olddominick.com.
Sports 56 traffic.
Good afternoon, and watch the traffic build out of Midtown on 240 South at South Parkway. We got a couple of accidents, and their cleanup stages out here. Keep it an eye on 40 over here. It's got a lot heavier, especially in the eastbound lanes at times on I-40 going eastbound there at Warford and Hollywood. Hey, don't let a slipping transmission make things worse on your car or truck. Having transmission problems, let them check out your vehicle right now at Amco Transmissions. 2 locations to serve you here in Memphis. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Now back to Sportstime on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour brought to you by Landers Ford in Collierville. Here once again are Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
It's time to make some predictions. Yesterday, we were able to do our national predictions, not able to get to our local predictions. So we'll get to those now. Time to look into our crystal ball and see what happens the last half of the year.
And look at your big national #1 prediction from yesterday. Still holding up.
It is. I don't know how much longer it does, but
with the soccer.
That's right. At least
How about
one
this
down.
hard one?
Okay.
If they go on and win the World Cup,
okay.
United States wins the World Cup, that's Sunday afternoon. Will it be bigger than the hockey from last February?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I mean,
will it be bigger than the hockey from Lake Placid 1980?
I don't think it would. Oh, man, I don't
Do
know.
you count 1980, or is that Tyler Hero?
I absolutely count Miracle on Ice.
Because the movie?
Well, the movie helps, certainly. I don't know.
So Wilt Chamberlain needs a movie about his 100-point game in Hershey, PA.
Well, yeah. I mean, but at least I've seen film of the Miracle on Ice, Brett. I mean, forget about
and Al
movies or
Michaels and
anything
Ken
else.
Dryden.
Sure, you know, I have all that. I don't have anything for anything else. I don't know. That's a good question. I really don't. I think both would be unbelievable. So
good debate between now and Monday, and if they continue, isn't it?
Hopefully, it goes longer than Monday, but I'm not
But
holding on too much.
You
hope.
had a chance one day later after your biggest next half of the year prediction for it to be wrong.
Brett, after that red card, I just knew that Team USA was going to lose last night. I mean, I had already kind of, it's over. I mean, I watched
36 minutes
That's crazy.
with a man down.
Incredible. Honestly.
10 men?
That's right, 10 men.
May I ask the dumbest soccer question ever?
Brett, I don't think with our combined knowledge of the footy, I don't think there is a dumb question among us.
I'm really enjoying it.
Yes.
I've attended.
Yes, you have. You're the expert.
No. Not even close.
Well, you've been to World Cup and MLS.
Bingo.
I sure have. That's a lot of bona fides, isn't
Sure
it?
have.
Can you pull the goalie in the soccer like you can in the hockey?
You can play him out of goal, but I don't think you can take him off and throw somebody else on the pitch. That definitely can't happen.
Does that destroy?
Strand
the credibility I had with the soccer.
Well, but here's here's what I don't know, and this probably is dumb. Could you throw on a sub that is like if Christian Pulisic wasn't starting? Could you bring him on as a sub as the goalkeeper and then just have him fly around all over the field doing whatever he wants to do? I don't think so, but I don't.
Breaking 25 million viewers on Fox, peaked at 32.
Wow, it's good stuff.
That's gigantic.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. But I mean, hey, USA, it gets everybody riled up. So hopefully it goes further than Monday because there's gonna be a lot of interest that falls off.
All right, Landon, you're the guinea pig. You go first on local.
Oh wow, how about that?
All right, guinea pig, I shall be. So I went bold. With our predictions for the second half of the year. They're all positive.
I count
too.
Titans as local.
Okay.
Well,
do you have a Titans prediction, Landon?
I probably should have.
Titans win the World Series. I mean,
World
the Super
Series.
Bowl.
That would be the biggest
crazy if they
prediction
did
of all
win
time.
the World Series.
No, I kept it. I'm kind of like Bryant in the sense that I keep it hyper local.
Yeah.
I keep it real local. I don't even think about that, but that's good to note for the future. So my first one, Tiger football wins the American. If we have that go on this year, I think that would be incredible. Incredible for the second half of the year is a big story. Let's stick with the Tigers and say Tiger basketball earns a top NCAA tournament seed heading into the tail end of the basketball season. That is, it's very bold. How
also
about
next year? But
I have both of those subjects. I have Tiger football and Tiger basketball in mind.
I do as well.
Well, let's keep it rolling with I have Cam Boozer is a heavy favorite at this point for Rookie of the Year and being in the conversation.
Really good.
Being Rookie in the Year. And then going back to Tiger basketball, I say Memphis hosts an NCAA regional basketball game at some point in the second half of the year. I know this is going pretty far into the future, but That would be pretty cool. And then kind of going with the first half of the year, why not clean it up with the second half and saying that the Memphis Redbirds make an incredible second half playoff push and make it far into the playoff run.
I love that.
I have a Redbird take. It's not about the playoffs, though.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that, but
I went positive and I went big.
I would love if the Redbirds did well in the playoffs. I'm looking forward.
I would too. I would love it even more if somebody was there to actually witness it.
Yeah, well, that is true. I'll be there this weekend, so I'll
because
watch this
even if those box scores are 100% accurate, it's statistically nobody at those games.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's really not. But,
and we know the fudge factor.
Oh yeah, we do. But hey, you got the fireworks this weekend. Joey Chestnut next weekend. I mean, man, time to get out to the park. Love it. Why not? Or is that maybe the week after for Joey Chestnut? The 17th, I think it is. So, reasons to go out there if it's not just for the good baseball being played. All right, Brett, do you want to go next or do you want me to go next?
I'll go next. My number 5, Penny Hardaway, with a better non-conference record this year in that November-December period than last year. Out of 14 games, I think it's going to be around 9-5, maybe 8-6. But it will not be enough for that to secure an at-large bid.
Yeah.
Still going to have to win that American postseason tournament at the Yin Yang Center.
Mm-hmm. The Yin Yang Center.
When they play down in Tampa.
Yeah.
Still going to have to win that, and that's to get in a field of 76.
That's right.
Number 4, sparse crowds continue at the ballpark downtown. The Redbirds' future, it's not in any doubt over the next 2 or 3 years. And they're going to get that tranche of money. That $5 million is going to be the starter. They're going to end up getting around $55 to $60 million. And it still begs the question: does the city of Memphis really need to be running a baseball park?
Well, yeah.
And can they?
Well.
And everybody, I hear a lot of sentiment of, well, you can't let it fail. You got to keep pouring money into it. Do we want to ever get to the point that we sacrifice police and fire for a baseball park?
No, definitely not.
I don't think so. Number 3, lease finally gets signed around opening night. And it will be a party, and it will be dunking on some that ask questions about it. And it'll also be this. It'll be 19 months after the financing was approved. We didn't have to go through all this.
No.
We did not. Number 2, Charles Huff. He starts 3-0.
Okay, that'd be huge.
I don't know how he finishes.
Yeah, okay.
Schedule's tough. Conference schedule's tough.
Yeah,
Conference is good.
No, it is.
And number 1, Trinidad Chambliss wins the Heisman Trophy.
Okay, that'd be huge. That'd be big time. So, yeah, I like those. I like those a lot. All right, my 5 local predictions. Number 5, Memphis basketball beats at least one top 25 team in the non-conference. I feel like that's lazy, but they'll have plenty of opportunities.
Louisville at home would go a long way.
It certainly would. After that, kind of like you with Tiger football, I don't know how the season's going to go for Tiger basketball. You're 9-5, or I think that'd be great. I think if they finish the non-conference 9-5, that'd be awesome.
Here's what I fear about it. And we will ask Greg Gasson this in about 19 minutes. I think it is built to really have a great conference record and maybe steamroll through that.
I don't know.
The key word there was maybe.
Yeah.
And get on that roll at Yin Yang Center and win that automatic bid. But a lot of that has to go right, and there's always that game or two for the the Ron Hunter loss, the loss by 40 at Tulsa, the loss to Rice. Rice.
Yeah, I mean it hadn't been easy in conference, and I think the conference is going to be better this season around them. So, but I think they'll have opportunities against top 25 teams once the season comes around. I think they can at least steal one of those games. Number 4, the Grizzlies make at least 2 more. I called it surprise moves before the start of the season. I don't know how much of a surprise it can be after the moves that they've already
starter
made.
Moves.
I just think, like, G.G. Jackson, maybe Ty Jerome, guys like that I think the fan base really, really like. I think kind of somewhat significant moves still on the way for the Grizzlies. I think we could see at least 2 more of those moves before the start of the year starts. 3, Ja Morant returns with the Portland Trail Blazers and has a big game against his former team. Just feels like the riding is there for him to return and really stick it to the Grizzlies. Number 2, Memphis wins one of the 2 big road games to start the season in football, and they're playing in the conference championship game.
Whoa! So if my 3-0 start in your conference championship game and Landon's conference, they win the American.
Yeah.
There's your newsmaker of the year
at
the end of 2026.
It certainly would be.
Coach Charles Huff.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if I really believe it, but, I think they've got the talent to
these are in blood picks. You have to believe it.
Yeah, well, then I have to go back on a lot of these because I don't know how many of these I really believe. But
There's
I think they could happen.
There's no words we speak that we will not be held to with a higher standard than these predictions.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. And then number 1 for me, we get an announcement on the lease. They get it signed. They get it done. And like I said, it will be celebration. It will be good times, and they will take a lot of the worry away from people.
Artist renderings everywhere.
Oh yeah,
the reimagined Bill Street.
Yeah, I love it. I'm ready
great,
for
aren't
it.
they?
I'm ready for it.
I just wish somehow they might even superimpose me on one of the artist renderings and dunk on me for questioning when the lease gets signed.
I like that.
I've always said it would.
Yeah.
I just don't know why if I'm right around opening night, it took 19 months.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's taken way too long. But at the end of the day, as long as it gets signed, as long as there's the announcement, it will be celebration there. So.
I heard Joe Dank make a great point with Dave on Wednesday morning?
Wednesday.
When he joins Dave? Yeah, Wednesday morning. And through the years at the ballpark, okay, I understand on some of the big infrastructure, physical plant stuff, some of the real bones of the stadium, that's hard to remodel and redo just every year. I would think after 25, you could have got around to some of it a time or two, like the HVAC and other things. But he made a great point. Some paint would go a long way.
Yeah, no, it definitely would.
And I think through the years you could have afforded paint.
I think so. I think that could be the easiest thing to go and grab and just throw some paint on some things. But I hope they get the money. I hope they are able to make it work. And
if you can't fix the urinals, take them out.
Yeah, well, that's also true. There are a lot of urinals there, and too many
that are dead, that are decommissioned.
Yeah. Well, I told you last time. I went in both bathrooms last time I was there, which was early in the season. All the urinals were working, so that was a positive from previous seasons where they have not been working. But too many urinals, and you're right, half the time they do not work. But I hope they find a way to make everything work with AutoZone Park.
And nothing to fear with another $60 million going to Craig Unger.
Well, yeah, I guess
nothing to fear at all.
Yeah, I guess that's part of it as well. But we need to get to another break, and when we return, it'll be time for Big Number of the Day.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, I'm Ryan Saharovich, a proud partner with NST Injury Attorneys. For over 35 years, we've been fighting for Memphis families after serious accidents when insurance companies are trying to pay as little as possible. If you've been injured, the call is free, and you don't pay unless we win.
NST is the way to go. Call 68370. They've got the fight.
NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000 or visit nstlaw.com.
Marty McNate's on vacation, but passed along some exciting deals at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown's Volkswagen Driver Days event. If you're looking for sporty, we Gossett 2026 Jetta S. Just $249 a month. $249 a month for Jetta S. Luxury just got a new definition in 2026 Tiguan 2.0 TS. Now $269 a month. Brand new Tiguan S $269 a month. Plus 2026 Atlas SE. Only $329 a month. That's only $329 a month for a brand new Atlas SE. Marty McNate will be waiting for you at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, 7420 Winchester Road. Online, GossettVWG.com, and remember, your future's what you make it.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
At Atlas TC 564,681, MSRP 41,911, Jetta TMO 312,217, MSRP 25,791, Tiguan TMO 43,763, MSRP 32,881. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must be financed through Volkswagen Credit PF 895. Excludes tax title license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer in 6/30/26. Dealer stock only.
Progressive knows you've got plenty of things to worry about.
What time does the kids' practice end? How long has that check engine light been on? Are takeout containers microwave safe?
So the last thing you should have to worry about is what to do if something unexpected happens on the road. That's why if you're ever in a major accident, Progressive's accident response can detect it and send help. It's just one less thing to worry about.
How long does chicken last in the fridge?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Now back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour brought to you by Landers Ford in Collierville. Here once again are Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
And she says, I wish that I could be like the cool kids.
Big Daddy. Hello, Big Brown.
It's a guy, he wants to be big, then he gets big, he doesn't want to be big anymore, then he gets small, but the suit's too big.
Big Daddy.
The big boy. You're a big guy. I think she's trying to pull a fast one on Big Daddy.
The big number of the day.
All right. Well, fingers crossed that we don't have an incident like yesterday when I go with my big number here. So fingers crossed. I'm very nervous for this, but I'll go ahead. I'll start. My big number is the number 6. And it comes from the Tampa Bay Rays and their game last night. It has to do with their star young player, Junior Caminero, because he became the first player in Major League Baseball history to homer in 6 straight games with his team winning all 6. Now, I don't know if they play tonight or not, but if they do, They do. They play at 6:40 against the Royals, so we'll see if he can improve on that to 7 games. But really incredible what he's done over the last couple of years, but certainly this year, playing extremely well. And to have 6 straight games with a home run and his team win all of those games is really, really something special.
He's trying tonight just to become the 10th player with a consecutive home run streak of 7 games or more, never mind winning or losing, but to win. In the Royals, they play tonight, off tomorrow night, a rare Friday night off because Kansas City Stadium hosts World Cup.
Yeah, we saw that with the Mariners last night. They were
the
only team that didn't play because of World Cup fever, and they'll go tonight against the Angels to wrap up that series. So, yeah, World Cup kind of throwing a wrench into the Major League Baseball scheduling this year.
But everybody working around it doing
it's been great.
Really good.
They've done a great job with it.
For the umpteenth time, the next big screaming breaking news could be horrific. Mm-hmm. But so far, security and get along has been great out at all these places for all the players and all the fans, and been a lot of fun. My big number, I promised a Miami Heat big number. I know people have been waiting on it.
Oh, yeah.
Number 10, Tim Hardaway Jr. will not wear number 10 for the Miami Heat. His dad vetoed it because it's retired for his dad.
Okay.
And I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I kind of and the quote, paraphrasing, is go do your own thing.
Sure.
I did it. I got honored for it. The Heat were a little premature, I think, in that designation for him. They were trying to build some team history at that time when they built it the way you should build it, by going out and winning.
Mm-hmm.
That was in the same stretch. They didn't retire it because now Bam Adebayo wears it, but they did honor and a banner hangs for number 13 for Dan Marino.
Yeah, that is true.
At Miami Heat games.
That is
Come
true.
on now.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that is a little.
That's trying way too hard.
Way too hard.
And I remember when Larry Finch allowed his son Larry Finch Jr. to wear number 21, and I didn't want him to do that. We retired number 24 for Keith Lee. Nobody should ever wear it again.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where I fall on this Tim Hardaway thing. I don't know. I'm up in the air on it.
But you got to go to the honoree and get his approval, don't you?
Oh, definitely.
Or do you just issue it even after you retired?
No. I think you go to the person. But my thing is, if Tim Hardaway is so against his son, again, his son's completely different if it's somebody else, then yeah, absolutely. If he's so against his son wearing number 10, why didn't they have that conversation at the beginning of his career of like, hey man, don't do your own thing, be your own person, don't wear number 10.
Well, that's a good point.
He's worn 10. Now it hadn't been, I went to look to make sure, I didn't think he had worn 10 his entire career. He's worn it with 3 different teams. But still, he's worn it for, let's see, 2 years with Atlanta, 1 year with Dallas, and 1 year with Nuggets. So 4 out of his career, 4 years he's worn the number 10. I feel like Tim Hardaway Sr. should have laid down the law a lot earlier of like, hey, don't wear number 10. Be your own person. I want you to make your own legacy. Now it's kind of coming to bite him. Like, oh no, don't wear number 10 now. I don't know.
Sometimes in college, in recruiting, you sell your soul. And, oh yeah, you can have it.
Sure.
Steve Spurrier even did it to himself at Florida. Number 11 had been retired, and he promised a linebacker, a defensive player, in his early years at Florida, if you come here, you can wear my number 11. He did.
And did he ultimately allow him to wear number 11?
He allowed it,
well,
yes.
that's good. That's good.
He did allow it.
I thought that story was going to go the other direction if he sold him on that, and once he got to campus, got signed, you're not wearing number 11.
Well, that's been done in a lot of other sales pitches. Like, you can play both sports, no problem.
Absolutely. All the time. All the time, the two
Then
sport
they get there.
athlete.
No, you're not playing any other sport.
You're playing this sport. So, yeah.
The other numbers retired by the Miami Heat, honored but not retired, number 13 for Dan Marino, number 1 for Chris Bosh, 3 for Dwayne Wade, 6 across the league for Bill Russell, and there will be a ceremony for LeBron James someday for him wearing 6 there. 10, Tim Hardaway. 23, I don't know league-wide, but by the Heat for his accomplishments, Michael Jordan. 32 for Shaq, deserved. 33 for Alonzo Mourning, and 40 for Mr. Heat, Udonis Haslem.
Yeah, there's some good retired numbers right there. I can't argue with any of them. So, I mean, UD, he's certainly paid his dues to get his
he played 40 years. He should get 40 retired, shouldn't he?
That's right. He definitely stayed long enough.
Should the Grizzlies retire number 23 for Michael Jordan?
Yeah,
and knock Cedric Coward out of a 2-3.
I'm cool with it. I don't think the Grizzlies should just do it on their own, but if the league did it, then I'd be fine with it. I
would be too.
No argument with it, but I think it'd be kind of weird.
But then, do you do it for Kobe? Then do you do it for start?
Yeah, you get
for
into
LeBron.
You get into a weird thing there with you when you start doing it with a lot of guys. Because I'm sure my list of retired jerseys would probably be much different from your list of retired jerseys and numbers. So it gets tricky when you get into that. So yeah, maybe not, but I wouldn't be surprised if the NBA did it, and if they did, I'd be fine with it. But that hopefully wouldn't be for a very long time. But maybe Kobe, you never know. Could see that one day. But we need to get to another break, and when we return, we'll start our third and final hour. Greg Gaston, he's going to join us. Plenty to discuss. Tiger football, Tiger basketball. We'll talk it all next with Greg Gaston.
Listen up, Rebel fans. Your next winning drive starts at Landers Ford in Collierville. Their game plan is simple. Find you the most savings possible. Make a trade, lower your payments, or let them buy your vehicle even if you don't buy from them. That's how you keep moving the chains. Just like the Grove on game day. Fans all across the Mid-South keep coming back to the #1 Ford dealership in Greater Memphis. See them today in Collierville or online at LandersFordMemphis.com. When you own a Landers Ford, you get the support of a certified service tech with the Landers Ford Remote Service Experience Program. They pick it up, drop it off, or fix it on the spot, so you're never left watching from the sidelines. To finish the drive, the iconic Landers Easy Pass always brings more for your trade and the biggest discounts to put you in victory formation. And now, straight from the 1977 Ole Miss football team that took down #1 ranked Notre Dame, the final snap of the day from Landers Ford President Don Kitchens.
If it doesn't say Landers, you paid too much.
As reported on Ford's 2024 Total New Vehicle Retail Sales Report, Memphis Market.
Moving is stressful, but Black Tie Moving can take the worry out of the process. Whether you're moving across town or across country, moving your home or your office, your personal moving concierge from Black Tie Moving will work with you to design a plan that perfectly fits your budget and needs. And they're available 24/7 to answer any questions you have. Give Black Tie Moving a call at 901-316-6196 or go to blacktiemoving.com/Memphis to get your personal, no obligation quote from the moving experts at Black Tie Moving.
Your home is your best investment, so why not make it the best it can be with help from Gates Lumber? Start with your front door, serving two purposes, curb appeal and security. Gates has solid construction doors built for security, durability, and beauty. See and compare wood, steel, and fiberglass options side by side at Gates Showroom. It's easier to choose when you can see and touch real doors with real assistance from knowledgeable staff helping you choose the right door for your home and budget. So don't just replace your door, upgrade your protection, and Gates Lumber is the right choice. Family owned and operated, serving you for over 100 years with free estimates, free delivery, competitive prices, and quality products. Call 901-942-3201, go to gateslumber.com, or come by their showroom, 1253 South Bellevue Boulevard. Gates Lumber, celebrating over 100 years with a passion for craftsmanship since 1920.
The Gossett Mitsubishi Summer Sales Event is going strong at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Get America's best backed vehicles with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. All remaining 2025 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross and 2025 Mitsubishi Outlanders, now $6,000 off MSRP. 2026 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport ES with standard super all-wheel control, buy for $27,105 or $349 per month. Plus, 2026 Mitsubishi Outlander ES, standard 7-seat capacity versus 5-seat Nissan Rogue and Honda CR-V. Buy for $30,310 or $399 a month. Plus, Tennessee residents get an additional $1,000 off all 26 Outlander Sports. That's Gossett Mitsubishi, 1956 Covington Pike, online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
84 months at 5.99 APR. Outlander TZO 2861. MSRP 32810. Sport TU 101 2038. MSRP 28985. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 895. Excludes tax file and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month with approved credit dealer.com.
This traffic brought to you by Old Dominick Distillery. Come for the spirits, stay for the experience. Cheers to Memphis. Learn more at olddominick.com.
Sports 56 traffic.
Good afternoon. Cranking up pretty good now, right where you would expect on I-40 East over here passing Warford, Hollywood, as that volume of traffic increases, especially trying to get south of Memphis right now. 55 pushing down into South Haven, into DeSoto County. Lots of radar south of Memphis this afternoon on the interstate. Be careful. Bridal season is here. Shop local right now and save all that money at Weimer's Jewelry, 7525 Highway 64. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis with John Harden, weekdays from 11 to 1. Now, back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Dobbs Brothers Chevrolet, 7450 Highway 64 in Bartlett. Here once again are Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
Welcome back in Sports Time. Bryant and Brett with you as we start our third and final hour on this Thursday afternoon. We got to talk some Tigers, and we do it at this time every single week with Greg Gaston.
from the Tigers sideline, it's Tigers Talk with Memphis broadcasting legend Greg Gaston. Hear Greg weekday mornings on Sports 56 Mornings, along with Eli Savoy from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. On Twitter X at Greg_Gaston. Here's Greg with Bryant and Brett.
Greg Gaston joins us now to talk all things Tigers and a lot to get into, Greg, as off-season keeps on rolling, but it feels like there's always news coming out from either Tiger football or Tiger basketball program. Last night, they released, the Athlon Sports released their entire 4-team, all-conference teams for the American. We knew, I believe the first team was in their magazine, but the other 3 teams were not. In total, I believe 11 players with 12 spots filled. Ian Foster, a first-team defensive back and a third-team kick returner, so he is in there on 2 spots. But a lot of Tigers on the 4 teams for Athlon Sports going into the season.
There was guys just like with Phil Steele's magazine. Good afternoon to you, first of all. But yeah, look, it's nice to hear your names called. If you're a fan of the Tigers, you like to see those teams filled with Tigers. But it's an educated guess by the publishers and the magazines that do all this homework. They talk to the coaches. They do their best job to evaluate things that they don't know a lot about. Let's be quite frank here. They haven't really had a chance to see these guys. Nobody's played games yet with these new teams, so it's tough to analyze. But I think we have a theme going with Memphis, and that is the defense could be awesome if these prognosticators and these editors in these magazines are correct. There's a lot of Memphis defensive players that have been on any of these magazines' teams from first, second to third to fourth, and it's almost like 9 or 10 out of the 11 players have been mentioned. So the defense, I think, is going to be ahead of the offense. What I like about this Athlon magazine was the fact that there were a couple of offensive guys beyond offensive linemen. So you had a couple of skill position players at the wide receiver position that were mentioned for Memphis, because I think right now that seems to be the bigger question going into the season is the offense.
Greg, I know you were listening, but so I might be repetitive. We just finished our second half of the year local predictions. We each had 5. Landon had 5, Brian had 5, and I had 5. All 3 of us very optimistic about the Tigers. I just went 3-0 start for Charles Huff's team. Bryant said wins 2 of those first big 3.
No, one of the 2 road games, either against UNLV or
one of the 2 road games.
One of the 2.
But
then in the conference championship.
And then in the conference championship. And Landon had the Tigers winning the American. If all that happens, this is the year that we've been waiting for the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, you guys are very optimistic, and I'm not saying that that's wrong to be, because it's not.
I know you were riveted by the content. You were listening, right?
Hey, man, look, you got to find content. I know Brian's talking about there's always something to talk about with the Tigers, and he's right, but this, we've hit the slow time until SEC Media Days, which, of course, Brett will be at for our station, and it's going to be fun because that, to me, really kicks off football once we get to Media Days. Of course, the American has their media. It's not like the SEC. But, yeah, as far as, talking about predictions and things, why not? I was asked today. I went out actually and played golf in this heat. I know I'm a raging maniac. I really struggled on the front for whatever reason, and then I played very well in the back. So I played better as the day went on.
Not how you start, how you finish there, Greg.
Exactly.
You had to get all lathered up, didn't you?
I did. I had to get
like secretary.
His body takes a while. Yes, this body takes a while to loosen up. But I was asked by a couple of people out there about the Tigers, and I said, well, look, first of all, I like the excitement of the unknown. I like that. I like that this could be really, really special, but we don't know. We really don't know. I mean, it could be a team that finishes 5th or 6th in the conference. We have no idea until we actually watch these guys out there in practice, get a better feel, and then see them in those games. And you guys have already alluded to how tough that start to the schedule is. But, yes, Brett, if things go the way you guys are predicting, it's going to be good times for Memphis. That's a great way to start off the Charles Huff era. We know that 2 of those first 3 games, obviously those road games at UNLV and Boise State, could put them in a great position if they win those games on the road. And then obviously Landon has them winning the whole darn thing, which is not crazy talk. It's not out of the question, but it's just, I feel like, pat me on the back if I get it right guessing now. But I think right now it would just be probably worthless for me to even take a guess until I actually see them. And I'm on with you guys every week. So once I get a chance to get to practice, see these guys, get a better understanding, and then certainly after that first game, you're going to get a real good understanding about what this team could possibly do. But again, going back to the all-conference teams, they love these defensive players. That means when they're talking to Charles Huff and they're talking to other coaches, they're raving about the Memphis defensive players, a number of them that came with Charles from Southern Miss, and they were really good there for that good Southern Miss team. So I think the defense will keep them in a lot of ball games. We'll see if that offense can do their thing, and if that's the case, who knows? It could be a conference championship season.
Greg, I was just rosy sunshine about the first 3 games. I didn't go all the way through because I look at the ETs in conference at Tulane, at South Florida, at Navy.
Yeah,
that could be 2 out of the 3. That could be 3 losses. Those are really tough places. And at Navy, November 21st. I'm telling you, Greg, on the sideline, take the warm weather gear, take the rain gear. I'm predicting 47 cloud bank right over your head at Jack Stevens Field at Navy Marine Corps Stadium.
Good Lord.
I already got my winter gear for the season, so I went ahead and did that the other day. And you're right. I lived in that area for a long, long time. I did TV, as you know, in the Eastern Shore for 10 years in Delmarva, and then went to school at Maryland. So right in the middle, smack in the middle between Delmarva and the University of Maryland is Annapolis. And I know that weather can be tricky. But your point is well taken. And that's why I said with this schedule, it is a tough first-year schedule for Charles Huff. We talked about UNLV and Boise State. Come on, man. 2 of the best teams in the group of 6. Favorites to win their respective conferences. You got those guys on the road, and then as you said, the best teams for the last 4, 5, 6 years in the conference. You can make the argument for those teams that they play on the road. South Florida, Tulane, although new coaches and changes there as well. Navy, which everybody seems to love Navy. They have a change of quarterback, but they love the guy they're bringing in. So these are really tough road tests for Memphis. You couple that again with those non-conference games on the road. This is a very formidable schedule for Charles Huff and company to really get through this gauntlet and be up there at the top, and playing for a conference championship game would be just an awfully great first year. I don't know. Again, it's possible, and we'll know a lot more when we see this team for the first time.
And the Tigers, when they play at Boise, that will be Boise's second game. The week before, they play at Oregon, at Autzen. Oregon Ducks against Boise. So the real potential, and I've always called them the hostage takers of college football. Please let them start 0-2, and all we have to worry about is who they play on their home game at the Idaho Potato Bowl.
Yeah, look, Boise's got the quarterback back. They're a team with a lot of players back. The Smurf turf, as everybody knows, is a little intimidating to go out there and win, but it's certainly doable. It's it's a really good team, but let's not get crazy. The players that Boise, I think, at one time was able to get, they were able to sneak some players away from some of the bigger programs. Now, because of the money situation, you just can't do it. You really, maybe once in a while you get a player, but look, they're tough at home. They're not unbeatable at home, and we'll see. But I want to see that UNLV game first, Brett. I want to see how they play. And night game in Allegiant Stadium, the home of the Raiders, against Mullen's team, who did pretty well last year, and they got some guys back. So, yeah, that's the one I want to see. And then, of course, in between, we'll have the home opener with the renovated Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium. So we're all looking forward to that, too. So it's going to be a real fun start to the season, and hopefully, if they play really well, it's going to be an electric season, and fans will come out and watch and support this team.
You and your great crew on Tiger Radio, but on Big Fox, 57 days from tomorrow. Saturday will be 8 weeks until on Big Fox at 9 o'clock on that Saturday night, the Tigers against UNLV. And then 2 weeks later, and Greg, I'm trying to remember, don't I remember an NBA package in the early 80s with John Andrees on USA Network?
I'm not so sure. I don't know, but it rings a bell. but I couldn't tell you. Only you, Brett, can come up with that. But it does ring a bell as far as the name, but where? No, I'm not sure what network.
And I think he did Knicks games as well. But anyway, I've got
you're right about that.
Yeah,
now
John,
you're right.
And real funny spelling, like Andaries.
Yes.
John Andries.
It's
I've
coming
got a
back to me
list.
now.
I've got a list of teams that need to get over themselves in college football. I'm not going to give the whole list, but I'll just tell you, I have Boise at number 3. Get over yourself, hostage takers. It's over.
Do you think the last couple of years, because it hasn't gone, that maybe they're starting to get over themselves?
Yes, and please do so. Ooh, that fan base, they thought a lot of themselves when I encountered them in Atlanta in 2014 when Ole Miss played them on a Thursday night. Golly,
right.
You would have thought they were a mix of Notre Dame, Oklahoma, and Alabama.
Yeah, and I'm not saying we, like the 3 of us, the 4 of us, but it just seemed like the powers that be kind of put them on a pedestal for some reason.
That one stupid play, that Statue of Liberty, I'll never forgive Bob Stoops for it. Stop that play, and we stop that whole goofy run.
And the proposal, the subsequent proposal.
Yeah.
That stood out for many years, right? That was Ian Johnson, was it?
Yes, but at least it wasn't on the Empire State Building proposal.
No, you're right.
All right, let me ask you, Greg. I asked this of everybody earlier. Who lasts longer? The Swifts getting married at Madison Square Garden, or the couple that got engaged on top of the Empire State Building?
Well, the chances are that, unfortunately, one of them will fall to their death at one of these death-defying climbs that they do.
About that, Greg. That's a
I mean, who they think they are? The Flying Wallendas?
It's morbid. Hey, man, the old man Wallenda fell off in the wind in Miami. So
we know how that ended. Splat.
Either that, or somebody's going to take them out, because they're making the security look foolish with what they're getting away with. We were talking about Swift and Kelsey today on Sports 56
No,
morning.
just the Swift. He's taking her name.
And so's Jason. He's going to take it as well.
Yeah.
But I said over under 5 years, and I'm trying to remember what the guys said. I think JM and Eli were in unison on it will be more than 5, but less than 10. And then I said, will a song be written about it? And they said, absolutely 100%.
No.
But I hope they last forever.
They won't have
Shangri-La and Camelot.
They won't have the great run that Greg and Mary Gasson have had. How long have you been married, Greg?
We've been married since 85. So do the math. That's 41 years. Been together since 81.
Fantastic.
So that's 45 years.
There you go.
Gosh. Wow. I'm old. Man, I'm old.
Well, Greg, some would say that Travis Kelce has already had a song written about him by Taylor Swift, but I don't want to go any further than that because it's quite explicit and not suitable for the radio.
I don't know her discography. Yeah. I don't know all her songs, so I couldn't tell you. I just know.
Well, it ain't Plant Page, I can tell you that.
No, the only tune I'm trying to think. The only tune was "Shake It Off." That's the only one I could name from Taylor Swift.
Classic, right there. Yeah, and Brett, speaking of your favorite team and your favorite play in the history of college football, Kellen Moore getting a statue at Boise State. That was announced yesterday.
Oh, really?
How about that? Kellen Moore statue. I wonder when they're unveiling it. Might be while Memphis is up there. I doubt it.
Is that the first statue for Boise State football?
It's got to be, right? I don't know.
Greg, I'm not kidding you. Every Boise fan I ran into, and I had a song in my heart. Opening night for early start. Glad college football's here, and I'm bebopping around the Omni right there by CNN, by the stadium, and I'd run into Boise State fans. Hey, how y'all doing? Good to see you. I'm not kidding you. It was like they had marching orders. When you see an Ole Miss fan, immediately go to these bullet points. Their go-to line. We've played better teams than y'all. And after about the 5th one, I go, well, you don't think we play anybody better than Boise State?
That's great.
Brett getting into it with the Boise State fans. I wish I was there to watch that.
I had a song in my heart. They came with violence. I did not, Greg.
They did.
I had to return the fire.
You did. You absolutely did.
That's funny.
Talking to Greg Gaston, he joins us every single Thursday. Talk Tigers. Getting back to these preseason all-conference teams, there's a bunch out there One position group I'm super interested in is the defensive backs, because just looking at this list from Athlon, let's see, Ian Foster, Amir Foster, Chauncey Logan, so that's 3, and then Dylan Smith. So that's 4 DBs right there. I don't know who the other ones are off the top of my head. I've definitely seen at least 3 different defensive backs on other lists from other people with their all-conference preseason selections. So it feels like the defensive backfield, a lot of people think very highly of those guys that Memphis brought in, and we know the system that Charles Huff likes to run. It emphasizes interceptions. They led the country in interceptions last year. It feels like the defensive backfield could be really fun this year, but it feels like it's a lot of options there.
I'm excited about Lance Guidry, the Cajun, running the defense. When we got a chance to talk to him early before spring practice started, he was a hoot just to listen to. And so that defense, you're right. The secondary, already a number of these guys have been recognized by the preseason magazines. The linebackers, we know about them. We know about the defensive line. That's why I said it seems like about 8-9 different guys have been recognized. But here's the thing. If you can get a pass rush, you can get some guys that can get in there and wreak havoc on the quarterback, and your secondary can cover, which I think these guys can do, and then, boom, you get a couple of turnovers. Like I said, this defense could easily be the best defense in the league. And if you have a defense that could stymie the other opponent's offenses, because there's going to be some good offenses. I think UTSA will have a very good offense. I think there'll be a player certainly this year in the conference. But as long as Memphis is, and we just haven't had a chance to really talk about it because there's still the unknown, the 2 quarterbacks, the set of running backs that come in, the receivers were recognized, a few of them in the magazine and Athlon. But we know more about the defense. But if the defense does that job, if they're as good as we think they can be, you're in every game, and all it takes is that offense to click. It doesn't have to be 55 points. If your defense is doing a good job in holding down the opponent. That's what I like about it. I think that this is not the days of the Rip Shearer teams, winning a game 10-3 or losing a game 7-3. I think, though, he had really, really good defenses when a number of guys went to the NFL. I think this is a kind of defense that has a chance to produce NFL guys, but I think the offense is much more advanced. Of course, the game is much more advanced with the way offenses open it up now. So that's what I'm looking forward to. That's where I think more of the question marks are for the team. I think the defense is going to be really, really good. And you're right, Brian. That secondary, they're being recognized, and that's the hard. I think it's the hardest thing to find. Two areas when you're talking about the offensive line, and the secondary. When you're battling the powers that be financially, I mean, to put your roster together, that's I think the hardest area. So I think they're already ahead of a lot of teams in the group of 6 with what they've done with that secondary.
Greg, we still subscribe to the old saw early in a year. Defense is way ahead of offenses, don't we? Yeah.
Yes.
I think even more pronounced now with a lot of these teams being thrown together, summertime pickup teams.
Absolutely, Brett, absolutely. I think it's a lot more complicated to run an offense. First of all, that you got to adapt to whatever that offensive coordinator wants to run. Then you have to have the right players. You may not have all the players you need, so you have to make sure that the players that you do have adapt to that system and that they're all on the same page. Defensively, sure, I know you have schemes. I get it. I understand that. But defensively, it's, hey, you see that guy with the ball? Go knock him. Go knock him down. Or see that quarterback? Go put a rush on it. I'm not saying defense is easier. I'm just saying that I think that there's a chance when it's a bunch of new guys that the defense most of the time is ahead of the offense, except when the offense has a bunch of returning players and a returning quarterback and a returning coach and a returning coordinator. That's what people should look at when they want to look at teams and how they think they'll fare. Look at all those important areas and see what's coming back, because then there's continuity. But I think you're absolutely right.
In your time in Memphis covering the Tigers, who did you think liked to run the ball the most, the power game the most? Chuck Stobart or Rip Shearer or Tommy West, and he had a great one running it.
Yeah, I wasn't here for Stobart, so I got here with Rip. And Rip obviously tried to run the
95,
ball.
that's right. That's right.
It absolutely, Brett, it absolutely was Tommy West. Even Danny Wimprine, who threw the ball very well, would run, and he would drill you. He would put you in the next week. But they had two. They had D'Angelo. When Tommy would talk about D'Angelo, I just loved it. My eyes would open up because he knew that he was everything for that program. And D'Angelo Williams running the ball, that's the answer for me. It's definitely Tommy West and running the ball with D'Angelo Williams. And you'd be stupid not to when you have a guy like that.
And I remember one time he was not being criticized, but being chided, a little bit questioned about, you're very run oriented, and he got very excited and didn't want to cuss. And he said, instead of HE double hockey sticks, he said, well, hair, HAR. He said, hair, when you have D'Angelo Williams, what are you supposed to be doing?
Exactly. And I remember those pressers and things like that because there were people, and look, fans are fickle, right? I mean, just win, baby. It's not always that case. You want to win, and you want to have a little excitement, a little bit different stuff happening with the offense, fireworks and things of that nature. But to me, look, I always say, I've said this to you guys before, if my team is going to lose, well, I want them to lose 52-45. I don't want them to lose 17-3. I got to see something. I got to get some bang for my buck. But certainly, if you're going to win, just win. I mean, that's all that matters is just win the game. If you win by 1 point, you win by 3 touchdowns, I don't care.
Look at the soccer right now. Just win 1-0.
Exactly. And don't get red cards. Oh, too late.
All right, Greg, I want to drag you into what I think may be a developing debate question out there over the next few days, and you being an old guy like me, you're perfect for it. If the U.S. soccer goes on and wins the World Cup, would it be bigger than Lake Placid 1980?
Okay. I've thought about that, and I think right now there's probably more people coming aboard what's going on, slowly but surely, with what's going on with the World Cup. But the Olympics, we were together as a country. It was the communists of Russia. It was it was the Soviet Union, USSR. I think as a country we were together a lot more than we are now. It's unfortunate we're not all one. We're kind of separated.
But it took Lake Placid to bring us together because it was a pretty heated election year that year.
Yeah, and we go back to where we were in our during our bicentennial and the gas prices and all that. We lived through that, and it was rough. But
gas prices, gas lines, and when there wasn't any gas, remember that?
I remember it all. I remember those lines. They went for miles. But the thing is, we know that sports can bring people together, right? We know people of all different races and creeds and colors, all that. We understand that. And I think that Lake Placid, even though it was hockey, and there just wasn't a ton of hockey fans, but they bought into it. It was the winter, so people were inside. There wasn't a million channels to watch. There wasn't all these video games to play. So people watched it, and they got caught up with these amateurs. The amateurs playing the professionals. This is not the case there. This is pros versus pros. Pros versus pros. But it's so hard. I'm kind of filibustering here trying to decide which way I want to go.
It is.
Tough. It's tough.
I just remember, and we still have the commercials with Aruzzi. There's still, every time they pull up the Lake Placid, they have the Winter Olympics.
It's like he's Stallone.
I know. But even like every time the Winter Olympics come around, they always bring up Lake Placid. They always interview Al Michaels. There's always something going on. So we never forget that thing. And that thing was 46 years ago.
Yeah.
I think, though, we weren't supposed to beat them. But we're not supposed to win this one either. And I can't bail out and say they're both equal, because I know you would hate me if I said that, because we never want an answer that from any of our guests. I'm going to say if the United States wins the World Cup, it's bigger than the Russians. Because remember, the Russians was not the gold medal. They still had to win the gold medal game. That was not the gold medal game. We're talking about if they win.
And on Friday night against the Soviet Union was not live. That was taped as
right.
And I didn't know the final score and was watching with people, and one or two did, but did not give it up, but wrote the score down and hit it. And when the game was over, they knew it, but they were still enjoying it. They never gave away that they really, to give it up to wreck it for us, to spoiler.
Oh, no. I was watching it, and then Shams reported it, man, right before it ended.
Wow.
He blew it for me, man. I shouldn't have been on social media. It really got me mad.
It's the worst.
Woj and Shams and Schefter, man,
they're all the
screwing
same.
it up for
They're
us.
just terrible.
Cosell would have tweeted it out back then, don't you?
Yeah, Howard didn't want to get beat on anything. No. You're right, but yeah, I'm gonna go with this. I think it is fun. They've played well. I've been into it.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people that are normally not into soccer are into it as well. So I'm going to go ahead. If they turn this trick and won it all, I would say that's bigger than Lake Placid and the U.S. Olympic team. U.S. Hockey team.
Went full whoop that trick on us.
I
Way
hope
to
they
go.
can do it. It's going to be tough. But one down, a handful more to go. But Greg, as always, thanks so much for joining us. We'll do it again next Thursday.
Sounds good, guys. Take care.
Thanks, Greg. Greg Gaston joining us to talk all things Tiger, some World Cup in there as well, with a really tough question from Brett. But I don't know. I
that will build over next week. One win away from it really building.
Yeah. I still get held up on the whole amateur thing. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, the United States, not a soccer country, but
had lost 10-3 at the Garden in a friendly, exhibition game.
There you go. We'll call it a friendly.
That's sure not friendly. 10-3.
No, it's definitely not. And then with this group, yes, U.S. soccer is not where a lot of these countries are. But at the end of the day, these are still high-level professional athletes that are out there playing. So I don't know. It makes it a really, really tough question. But you're right. If they win on Monday, that will really, really start building going into that next game. But let's go ahead and get to another break. And when we return, we'll talk about what's trending.
You have opinions?
I think it's over.
Of course you do.
I don't think it's that simple.
Everyone does.
I got all the answers.
Hit us up on the Sissy's Log Cabin listener line at 360-8255.
It's time to get your backyard ready for the ultimate pool party with a little help from Family Leisure. If you've been sitting on the fence about taking the plunge with a pool, now's the time to take the dive. You want an above-ground pool? Done. Starting at $39.99, and that's with installation. You want an in-ground pool? Take your pick. They start at under $50,000. Accessorize that pool with a patio furniture set starting at just $9.99. Outdoor sectionals? They start at $12.99. In fact, all in-stock patio furniture sets are priced to move. And with select patio furniture sets, you'll get a free umbrella and base. Okay, you aren't looking to get into a pool just yet? Family Leisure has hot tubs that start at just $34.99. Get in shape or stay in shape with a swim spa starting at $16,999. Get your backyard, front yard, side yard, whatever, ready for fun. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin, thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Trained to push past the pain. Not athletes, just people. Men, women, and children trafficked every day in the United States. Sometimes by someone they trusted, sometimes by their own family. While millions watch the World Cup, they're fighting to survive in silence. Help us change that. Visit bluecampaign.gov/World Cup to help us break the silence.
Need a new ride? We got it covered during the summer sticker sales event at Gossett Kia on the Pike. 2026 Kia K4 LXS now $229 a month. 24-month lease, $34.99 due at signing. 2026 Kia Sorento LX, we got it at $297 a month. And 2027 Kia Telluride S, only $449 a month. Both 24-month lease, $39.99 due at signing. Plus, you'll find the all-new 2026 EV9, $12,000 off MSRP or 0% for 60 months available, and every Gossett Kia comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Come see Bobby J and get your new Kia today at Gossett Kia. 1900 Covington Pike, online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
K4TE 349,980, MSRP 24,825. Sorrento TG 453,494, MSRP 34,280. Telluride VG 005,288, MSRP 44,510. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 895 must finance through KFA. Excludes tax filing license with approved credit dealer stock only. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 6/30/26.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Listen each and every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. and join Ottawild Presbyterian Church for worship. Ottawild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Sports 56 traffic.
Good afternoon, T-Dot's working with a couple of accidents out here. Still some volume in the Midtown area. I-40 over here up by Chelsea. Now try to push south of Memphis. That's picked up quite a bit this time of day down into DeSoto County. And just watch your speed down through there south of Memphis this afternoon on 55. Radar all over the place. It seems like you're going to see a lot of that the next few days. Hey, bridal season is here. Shop local at Reimer's Jewelry, 7525 Highway 64. I'm Commander Chuck. You're on time traffic.
Now back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Dobbs Brothers Chevrolet at 7450 Highway 64 in Bartlett. Here once again are Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
Welcome back into Sports Time. Bryant and Brett with you as we got a little bit less than 30 minutes left in today's show. I got to remind you this third and final hour brought to you by Dobbs Brothers Chevrolet. The Dobbs family, in old established names back in the car business in Memphis. Dobbs Brothers Chevrolet, located at 7850 Highway 64 in Bartlett, offering a full selection of new Chevrolets and quality used cars to meet every need and budget. Head out there today and check out those beautiful new vehicles like the 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500, the 2026 Chevy Traverse, and the 2026 Chevy Equinox, a redesigned, rugged meets a modern style vehicle with a 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder gas engine. At Dobbs Brothers Chevrolet, it's fully transparent pricing, no hidden fees, no games, and they cover all your needs with their service department. Dobbs Brothers Chevrolet welcomes you to a new way of providing excellent customer service. They're a great team ready to put you in that great new vehicle. So head out to Dobbs Brothers Chevrolet in Bartlett, 7850 Highway 64, open Monday through Saturday from 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Check out all their vehicles online at Dobbs Brothers Chevy, or you can go out there, view them in person, test drive them today at Dobbs Brothers Chevrolet of Bartlett. Well, Brett, a lot of news out there to discuss during what's trending, but we have some suspensions in Major League Baseball after that bench clearing brawl the other day between Wilson Contreras and Cade Cavalli. Suspensions have been issued. Both Contreras and Cavalli have both been suspended 7 games. Another former Cardinal, Miles Michaelis, has received a 5-game suspension, and Red Sox outfielder Nate Eaton got a 3-game suspension. So suspensions all over the place for that brawl.
I thought Michaelis was trying to play peacemaker.
Yeah, I cannot remember. I didn't watch the video many times of the brawl. I don't really remember Michaelis and what he was doing in there. I might need to go find it and see what he was doing. But I guess he must have done something that warranted a 5-game suspension.
Yeah.
So
he did. He was in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But I thought it was more trying to keep everybody apart.
Well, you'd certainly think so. I mean, obviously, former teammates.
Sometimes it's not blessed are the peacemakers.
No, definitely not. So I'm trying to watch right now and see if I can see where he comes in from. But Wilson Contreras.
Contreras is on a roll, isn't he?
Yeah, well, we know him. He has a knack to get involved with it. Now,
the Cubs are about to pay the Cardinals back for Lou Brock, aren't they? Between Dexter Fowler and Wilson Contreras.
I think so.
I'm about to say all even.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
We had a strong 60-year run with Lou, but
yeah. And so we've seen, he can run hot at times. Now, I've seen some people say that the wording was not good from Cavalli and what he said. I didn't hear what exactly he said, but
I did. I'm not going to repeat it.
Sure, but if that is what he said, then I understand the frustration. But obviously both getting a pretty good suspension there.
I don't think you can use it with that much aggression.
No, absolutely not. If it is,
I think if it's to a teammate in a fun-loving manner,
yes.
Hey, get it together, way to go, and you end with that. But I don't think directed. That's not one you not one you should choose.
No. And so I mean, I completely understand the frustration if that is true. What was alleged that he said, but suspensions for that, and I just watched the video again. I couldn't see anything Miles Michaelis did, so I don't know.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I really don't know what went into that.
Boy, it's hot out there. Tempers are running hot. Every game. I mean, it's been a sauna in Atlanta the last 2 nights. I mean, just everybody just soaking through.
It really has been. How about the England fans in attendance last night in Atlanta? They went to the World Cup game and then went and supported the Braves.
They're having fun. They saw a great ballpark and a fun setting.
Yeah, no, they definitely did. And I just love seeing all these.
My favorite of the newer ones I've been to.
Yeah. No,
nothing tops Wrigley and Fenway, but
yeah, I've heard good things about that ballpark down in Atlanta. But I've just really enjoyed seeing all the fans, the soccer fans, going to the different sports and having a really good time. I saw a video last night, and this was obviously before Norway played their knockout game, but some Norway fans on a flight, and they were teaching everybody on the flight their chant with the rowing chant, and they were getting everybody involved in it. He had his little drum and he was beating on it, and they were all doing it. So it's been a blast to see everybody around the country really getting into it.
We've got a couple more Sweet 16 tickets punched tonight.
Yeah, already won with Spain getting the win over Austria. That one wrapped up about an hour ago. And then, 2 more games later tonight, one really late at 6 o'clock. Portugal and Croatia, and then the late night game, 10 o'clock, Switzerland and Algeria. Will you be making it to the end of Switzerland and Algeria?
I will not. No. There's a really good chance I won't make it to the beginning of Switzerland and Algeria.
Well, I don't blame you on that. That one on FS1 for those late night owls that want to stay up for that game. So should be a blast. I'm excited for it. I'll watch it, but I'll have the recap for you tomorrow when
I'll have to get the news.
Yeah.
About 5:45 tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Some other free agency deals, very small, that we've seen over the last couple of hours. Former Grizzly Kyle Anderson has agreed to a 1-year, $3.9 million deal with the Toronto Raptors. He'll be entering his 13th season.
Kyle Anderson close to playing for everybody in the last 3 years.
Yeah, no, he has been around for sure. Another former Grizzly, Tyus Jones, has agreed to a 1-year deal to return to the Denver Nuggets. He'll be entering his 12th NBA season. And then not a former Grizzly, but related to a current Grizzly, Pat Spencer has agreed to a 2-way NBA contract with the Phoenix Suns. So going from Golden State to Phoenix, and on a two-way, I'm sure he'll get a little bit of burn in Phoenix with the Suns. I could see them maybe giving him a little tryout session there.
You think the news settles down for the long holiday weekend and we get back to blockbuster stuff about next Tuesday or so?
I don't know. I think it was J-Ham this morning that I heard say that Kevin Durant, when he signed with Golden State, that was on the 4th of July. I didn't remember that until he said it, so I don't know. I never want to say never. I can't hear you. Landon, can you, I think the mic's off on for Jared. Can you fix that for him? Because I do want to hear what he has to say. Go ahead, Jared.
The signings, they officially start on the 6th, so I feel like the free agents that we've been waiting on to see where they're going to go, that is going to pick back up after the 6th for sure.
So you think it kind of slows down for the weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it.
Especially with 250 years, people ain't going to be worried about the
That's true. It's a big one.
News and things of that nature. They'll be celebrating, so yeah.
That's true.
I looked it up today in Super Bowl style. Roman numerals for 250. I had to look it up.
Jeez, I'm terrible with my Roman numerals. I have no idea.
I wouldn't. No way I would have known.
What is it?
CCL.
Okay.
250.
All right. I would have never guessed that.
Super Bowl CCL. One of these days.
Huh. Interesting.
159 years. No, that's not right either.
A trick for Roman numerals, the C is 100, and the C, remember, 100 years is a century.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes it
very
easy.
good. So 1 and L's 50.
Yeah.
See. There you go. 250.
Interesting. Yeah, I've always been terrible with Roman numerals. I cannot.
Super Bowls really help people on them, though.
It doesn't help me. I still can never keep up with them. I mean, the Roman numerals, just whenever I see a Roman numeral, I mean, I freeze. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I can't even talk about it without kind of getting nervous. So
Romans had a lot of time on their hands.
And a lot of time. I think they should have made it a little more simple than what they gave us. I think the Roman numerals very, very confusing.
I do like the ad of, and I don't even know what it's for. But the guy has an abacus, and it's during the volcanic eruptions in Pompeii, and he goes to the guy, he goes, hey, this looks like it's really big. Well, nothing to worry about.
Well,
they were only buried under a mile of ash.
Not great, but no, that is.
You missed a little bit on that one.
A little bit, but hey, sometimes you hit.
Guy with an abacus trying to warn him.
I mean, look, it happens, but yeah, we'll see. If maybe we get another signing or two, a couple throughout the night. But yeah, I definitely think it could slow down. And then tomorrow, Summer League starts with the California Classic. That will start tomorrow night. The Grizzlies will play their first game on Saturday in Salt Lake City. So it'll be fun to see a lot of these rookies over the next couple days, and that will certainly build to the big one in Las Vegas. But so far, no Summer League roster yet for the Grizzlies. Still waiting to see that. Obviously, we know a couple of guys that will be on that roster. And speaking of those 2 first-round picks, I believe tonight they'll be at the Redbirds game. I believe Cam Boozer going to throw out the first pitch, and so that'll be fun. So good opportunity to go and see the new Grizzlies.
In addition to the Summer League, Cam Reddish will be playing with the Orlando Magic for the Summer League.
I saw that. What year did Cam Reddish get drafted?
He got drafted in 2018, the same year with Nas Reed. Nas Reed was on a podcast saying that he believed that Cam Reddish was the best player out of that draft.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then for all the listeners, where to watch the Summer League games, you can watch some on Prime Video and the ESPN platform.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting this year with Prime now involved. Obviously, we had a full season with them in regular season, but now it'll be a little weird with them in Summer League. I enjoy Summer League, so I'm looking forward to that getting started tomorrow. But let's go ahead and get to our final break of the day. When we return, we'll wrap up today's show with Moe's Crunch Time.
Add a little fun to your lunch break. Join Johnny Radio for Sports 56 Happy Hour from 11 to 1 every weekday on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Since 1948, in the alley, the Rendezvous. I'm with John Burgos. John, what's going on in the Rendezvous?
Brett, there's some things about the Rendezvous I want to talk about. For example, we make it really easy to park. We have valet parking right at Monroe Street in our alley. We also want to make it easy for people to get to-go orders. You can now park in our alley right at our front door and put your flashers on. People also forget that we take reservations for 6 or more. And we have a wonderful party room upstairs that can accommodate people for rehearsal dinners, birthday parties, reunions, graduations. Our rooms seat between 25 and 275 people. And everything at the Rendezvous can be packed to go. Brett, we also do catering. See our menu online, and we can even deliver for groups of 15 or more. So if you have any questions, always feel free to call us at the Rendezvous because we answer our phone ourselves. You'll never hear, please listen carefully for our menu has changed. Press 1 for reservations, press 2 for hours, press 3 for catering, or if you know your party's 9-digit extension number and the first 3 letters of their mother's maiden name, dial it now. Come see us at the Rendezvous.
Since 1948, the Rendezvous.
Old Dominick Distillery is pouring Memphis pride into every cocktail. From the winning atmosphere at its downtown Memphis distillery to award-winning craft spirits, Old Dominick is pure Memphis spirit through and through. Swing by the distillery bar for a pregame cocktail or celebrate your wins with a guided tour and tasting. Old Dominick Distillery. Come for the spirits, stay for the experience. Cheers to Memphis. Learn more at olddominick.com.
It's golf time. What's my first thought? Miramichi. Of course, Miramichi. Sometimes you need just to escape the hustle and bustle of life, and that's exactly what Miramichi will provide. It means the place of happy retreat, and I promise you, it lives up to its name. While it might not be in the heart of Shelby County, it's certainly worth the drive. It's 25 minutes from my driveway in East Memphis. Once you arrive at the front door, you know you're going to get an experience unlike any other public golf course in town. Let's start with practice facilities. Not all are created equal, and you will find none better than those at Miramichi. The range is an impressive 12-acre space. It allows you to spread out and practice where those long drives. They got a great short game place. They've got a chipping green. They've got a putting green. They're beyond compare. You want to get better? You go to Miramichi. You want a great competitive golf course? You go to Miramichi. It's worth the drive. I love it. Miramichi.
At Gossett Volkswagen on the Pike, it's the Volkswagen Driver Days event, and it's drivers wanted. If you're looking for sporty, we Gossett 2026 Jetta S. Just $249 a month, $249 a month for Jetta S. Luxury just got a new definition in 2026 Tiguan 2.0 TS. Now $269 a month. Brand new Tiguan S, $269 a month. And right now, Gossett Volkswagen on the Pike's got 2026 Atlas SE, only $329 a month. That's only $329 a month for a brand new Atlas SE. Ready for a new ride? We got you covered at Gossett Volkswagen on the Pike, 1875 Covington Pike, or shop online anytime at GossettVWMemphis.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Atlas TC 564,681, MSRP 41,911, Jetta TMO 312,217, MSRP 25,791, Tiguan TMO 43,763, MSRP 32,881. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must be financed through Volkswagen Credit PF 895. Excludes tax title license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer in 6/30/26 dealer stock only.
Crunch Time is brought to you by Moe's Southwest Grill. Need a crunchy bite to eat? Head to Moe's for nachos, crunch wraps, tacos, salads, and more. Moe's.com is your go-to for all your taco crunch time emergencies.
Now back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Dobbs Brothers Chevrolet at 7450 Highway 64 in Bartlett. Here once again are Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
Come with me now.
This is pretty cool, and we're just getting started.
Spanning the globe.
Go crazy, folks! Go crazy! This game has always been called the world's greatest cocktail party. Do you know what is going to happen here tonight?
This is for all the biggest crunch time.
You are looking live. In your life have you seen anything like that? Crunch time between the hedges.
The ball game is over, and Memphis has its first win in 16 tries. Its first win ever against its fierce in-state rival Tennessee.
Goodbye!
It's obviously crunch time.
Hammer, nail, coffin, this baby is over.
Crunch Time is brought to you by Moe's Southwest Grill. Need catering? Moe's Taco Truck is always ready to cater for you. Just give Jenny Nash a call, 901-606-3172. Moe's.com. It's your go-to for all your taco crunch time emergencies. Well, Brett, what I learned, well, it's been a more quiet day in the NBA with free agency after all the moves we had yesterday, the trades that we had. It was a very busy day. Today's been a little slower, but does that mean more moves later tonight into tomorrow? Do we kind of get the shutdown, the really slow down into the holiday weekend? But I do think the Anthony Simons move is interesting to the 76ers. We talked about that with Keith Smith earlier today about what does that 76ers team look like. They certainly have talent, but it could be a quirky fit with a couple of these guys. That will be a fun team to watch when the season starts.
And like you said, they could be better without Joel Embiid a lot of nights.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
What I learned, 11 of the World Cup Sweet 16, it's set. Switzerland, Algeria winner late tonight will make it 12 of 16. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock before we come on at 3, Australia and Egypt. Saturday starts the Sweet 16 round. We need the NCAA tournament verbiage more than the World Cup.
I'm with you. Hey, I will always be with you on NCAA tournament verbiage for sure. Well, what I could have done without, and part of it's what I could have done without, part of it's not what I could have done without. The news earlier this morning, Baylor transfer James Nagy has committed to George Mason, which I love that pickup for George Mason. I love George Mason's head coach. The team that they're putting together, I think, will be really, really good this year. If you want kind of small major, mid-major team that could have a really nice season, George Mason is the team to pick. But here's what James Nagy has done since being drafted in the NBA draft. Detroit Pistons, New York Knicks, Charlotte Hornets, FC Barcelona, Girona, a team in Turkey that I'm not even going to try to pronounce, Baylor, and now George Mason.
Well, one flaw there.
What's
That's
that?
Turkey.
That's right, Turkey. Thank you for correcting me. I've tried to be good on
Please,
that. I've tried to be really good. And the thing is I
it
believe
had been Turkey since the Ottoman Empire, but now it's Turkey.
That's true. And the wild thing about all of this is, according to this tweet I'm reading, James Nagy still has 3 years of NCAA eligibility. There's no way.
He's played on every continent.
No kidding. I mean, forget about every team.
Take
He's
that,
played all
Kyle
over the
Anderson.
world. Yeah, that is wild. But if you're just talking about the addition, I love it for Tony Skinn. I love Tony Skinn as a coach, and I think they're going to have a pretty good team this year.
New Sports Time nickname for Najee next year.
What's that?
Mr. Passport. The Big Passport.
No kidding. The Big Passport. I like that.
We're going with that, okay?
I love it. I'm for it.
I could have done without, I guess, our invitation to the Swifts' wedding got lost in the mail. I mean, I still think we should get an appropriate gift, don't y'all?
I mean, hey, look. We
Toaster,
can get the postal
set of towels.
I mean, look,
Here's what they need, and I want her running it. We need to get them a big green egg.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Oh, yeah, Travis Kelce could do some damage with the big green egg.
I know. I want Tay-Tay running.
Oh, I see. Well, that would be. I would want pictures of that. I would want to see that. How about some breaking news as we just get out of here? Billy Donovan has agreed to become the lead assistant coach for the San Antonio Spurs. Holy cow! So
Whoa!
That just adds to the San Antonio.
So much
Spurs.
for going to North Carolina.
Yeah, I guess so. That's
a great coach to have as your assistant coach, especially with the youth that Mitch Johnson showed this past playoffs.
Yeah, no, for sure. Where are you beaming tonight, Brett?
To the sauna that's Truist Park in Atlanta. Everywhere has been brutally hot. Record high temps for a lot of these boys of summer games.
Yeah. Don't ask me to break this game down, but why not? Switzerland and Algeria later tonight. I have no idea who's going to win. Should be a fun game, though.
Hot at Silvis at the John Deere. Only 9 baseball games all day today, and only 5 starting from 6 o'clock on.
Yeah, so some baseball tonight. We do have the World Cup as well, so there will be plenty to watch tonight, but that's all the time we have. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll talk to you again tomorrow afternoon.
Rick's Power